Yo, yo, yo. Hello everybody, welcome back to another Project Feline live stream. I fixed my mic volume now, so hopefully that shouldn't be like quiet as hell like it was last week. Turns out Windows does some weird stuff. I don't know what happened, but if I go into my sound settings, it had this on 40% for some reason instead of 100%. That's very bad, so I fixed that. So yeah, I'm gonna like hop on, do some more level design work. I've done a bit of work off stream. But I thought I'd try and, I don't know, I wonder if I can push myself to see if I can get this all finished like today, because it is a bit overdue, and that's been kind of eating away at me knowing that this was supposed to be done like weeks ago. But it's been taking a bit longer than I thought, and there's still some decorating I want to do, but I might get to that later. Let me just like mute my phone quickly. Because yeah, we've got all these sort of floating island bits, which is like kind of nice, but it looks very barren, and I want to like fill in this empty space with stuff, but I also have the rest of the level to finish, so I guess we'll just focus on that for the moment, and then maybe embellish this later. I'm not sure if I should do that like this week or for the next video, perhaps, because I still got to make the devlog about this, and that's going to be exciting. So yeah, when I upload the new devlog, it'll catch up from, it's been like I think a month of progress since the last one. So it's going to be a bit bigger than I thought. What have I done since the last video? Well, let me like have a look through my footage, because I've like had to record certain bits. Where did I put it? So yeah, for episode 27, which we're almost up to 30 episodes now. It's pretty crazy. But I've got like a bunch of time-lapse footage. So I went from like concepting all of these, so I think there's like footage of me like drawing all the props. So that was like a month ago now, I think. That was on the 22nd of July, so that was almost exactly a month ago. More than a month ago. I started concepting all the pieces, and then I have footage of me building the pieces, I think. I don't have all of them. I've got some time-lapse of me texturing and putting the materials in. And what else do I have? I've got bits of the crane being built. And yeah, quite a bit more has happened than I remember. I don't remember it taking this long. Like, I don't remember most of this happening, but it did. So yeah, I don't know, I feel kind of out of sync with everything. Like, I feel like I'm like lost in my own journey a bit, where it's like, wait, where am I up to? What part of the season am I up to? I don't know. Like, it feels like I haven't watched my own like series or whatever in a while, and I'm trying to catch up on it now. Because I don't know, maybe it's because I've been streaming more. I kind of just lose track of like everything, I guess. So yeah, I've actually built a lot of shit. Holy crap. I didn't realize I'd constructed all these. It feels like it happened ages ago. But I've got all of that to cover. And then, of course, the actual blocking, like putting the meshes in. So I don't know, maybe I'll do those in separate videos, maybe. I don't know. It depends on what you guys think, I suppose. I'm always conflicted between doing big videos and, like, infrequent big videos and lots of small videos. I'll make sure to hydrate. Don't drown me this time, guys, okay? You guys were spamming hydrate last time, and I, like, couldn't breathe. Hydrate is good in moderation. So, yeah, yeah, I don't know if I'll, like, do one video about modeling the pieces. I'm not sure if there's that much I can say about it. Like, I don't know. It feels so distant that I have to, like, really think about what happened to remember anything. So I don't know if I should just do, like, a video on that and then a video on building it. Well, I guess I would just put them in one, because I can't really say enough about either of them to take up that much time. Like, I could probably spend maybe, like, 2 minutes talking about all of this stuff, maybe. I don't know. So yeah, maybe just the one video. And then after that, hopefully the next one will come out a bit quicker, because that's just going to be on lighting, and I just want to spend a week on that and no more. So, and then after that's going to be another big video, because I'm going to like polish up a lot of stuff, add a lot of polish to the game. I don't know how, yeah, maybe I should adjust my goals a bit, because I'm planning to just, like, I've done the blocking phase, like, 2 months ago now. Then I sidetracked and did the other level, the Chatswood level or whatever, the open world level. And then I did the small update with the time trial mode. And then now I'm back to the Skyport level again on track. And I've been doing the meshing pass for it. So I'll also need to do then the lighting pass and the polish pass. That's like the stuff that's left. But for the polish pass, I'm planning to like, I think that's when I'll decide to fill in all these gaps, probably, like all of this empty space. I'll do that in the polish pass. Or, I don't know, maybe I should do it in the meshing, I don't know. Because this is all the essential geometry. All the rest of the stuff's going to be, like, background. So maybe that'll be on the polish bit. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I'm going to, like, do a bit of tweaking on Gabby's character as well. Going to give her some bit of special effects and sounds. I hopefully, yeah, like, I don't know if I'll get super perfectionistic with it. I kind of just want to chuck on something quickly, just so that there's something there, and that's like the main purpose, right? It's that it's not like the final of anything, but polish exists to a capacity now, where it's like, she might not have like the right jump sound, but it's a jump sound at least, and it's something. It's better than not having one. So that's sort of like the attitude I'm going to take after the lighting I do on this map. So I'm going to be like adding some particles to her that may look bad, but it's like there at least. And what else? I want to add like a soundtrack as well. I've got a few demos in the work, and again, they're not going to be final either, but it's just going to have something, right? It's better than having nothing, I think. Just so it feels a bit more complete. So that, you know, you go into it and it's like, all right, well, you've got like everything in, but everything's like half finished sort of thing. Rather than having just one thing in that is completely finished and everything else that's 0% finished. So that's sort of like my goal. But I guess we'll see how the videos do, yeah. I'm kind of, yeah, it's been so long since I've done a video now, or at least it feels like it's been a lot longer, because I've been doing heaps of streams in between. I've kind of, like, forgotten how to make the videos now. Like, I'm just thinking, oh, wait, I have to, like, sit down, and I have to hit record, and I have to do this and say that, so... it feels like, I think the video is going to feel very different, because I've just been streaming more. And I'm worried that I'm going to, like, miss stuff in the videos that you guys have seen, so I don't know. But I feel like it's going to just feel different, like... It's hard for me to kind of judge my content, because it's like, I don't know, it feels, it's all like a blur to me. Like, I think I started making videos like, what, 2 years ago now. And I look back now and they definitely feel very different with my first videos to my current ones. I think currently, I think I might have said before, but I'm not really like making them in a sustainable way. I'm spending way too much time on them, I think. And it's really hard to balance that with development time. So I think I said on stream like a few weeks ago that I wanted to maybe tone it down a little bit with the production quality. Not like, I don't know, like not like in a low effort sort of way. Because I think I have enough tricks and presets and templates to kind of keep it consistent on the surface. But I want to like change how the episodes are produced, so that I don't spend as much time on them and spend more time developing. I just think that might be a... Yeah, because it's a bit punishing at the... Like, after you've, like, gone through the entire, like, a month of development, and then you just want to relax, but it's like, oh, now I have to make the video, and it's, like, another few days of work. It's, like... I think that's why I enjoy streaming a bit, because it's... You don't have to, like, script it and all that. So, yeah, no, there's just some thoughts that have been floating around. But yeah, I'm gonna see how far I get today. I'm confident that I could at least get up to like this last sort of bit. I could probably get yeah. I'm gonna try and like not make it like super perfect, but just get some meshes going on in there and then like come back to it later. So we'll see how we go. I've got about like 2 hours or so. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that all works out. Just don't know how tall I should make this crane. I might have to make it a bit taller. So I'm just like, yeah, filling in this sort of area with crane meshes. And yeah, the crane was actually a little easier to model than I thought. Like, yeah, because it's just the same pieces repeated over and over, basically. Will I create more props? I mean, maybe. I was actually like looking around at the level, and I don't know what you guys think, but to me something, I don't know, it doesn't look quite right. I don't know if that's just because of the colors I'm using on the crates or something, but it doesn't look quite as I pictured it. And I'm not sure if that's like there's a lack of variety in the props, like, because in my head I want to like make as few props as possible and use them like in lots of flexible ways, right? So to get the most out of, like, squeeze out every bit of utility I can get out of these props. But I don't know, something still doesn't quite feel right about them, and I don't know what it is yet. I don't know if it's because none of them are really textured, they're just like colors. Like these crates, for example, don't have any texture data on them. These are just like, they have normal maps, but that's it. And then for other bits I don't know what to do with, I just fill it in with this concrete texture. So I mean, I don't know, like, maybe I might have to, I don't know, add some more props later, but I just don't have the time to create more right now. Because, you know, you gotta get on with it, right? I could, like, sit here for months and just make more models, but yeah, I gotta create levels, of course, after all. I need something playable. And this is playable. It's always been playable, which is, like, a good thing. Even with these blue grids, it's always been playable. And thanks, Dinesoul, for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, something just still doesn't quite, I don't know what it is. It looks too vanilla, I suppose is a word. And I don't know if that's because I haven't, like, lit anything properly yet. Like, I'm just using very rough lighting. This isn't going to be the final lighting at all. And yeah, that's probably why, actually. Because, yeah, I feel like there's a bit too much color or variety in the color, and I don't want to like make it bland, and I don't just want to make everything white like Mirror's Edge, because then I'm going to be a Mirror's Edge clone if I do that. So I've been trying to use that blue a lot, but yeah, I don't know, something just, especially like with these multicolored crates, like stacking in like this just looks weird, so I might try and take out some of the colors perhaps. It just feels a bit too colorful to be believable. And this area too, like, something just feels off about it. So I don't know. I think, yeah, I'll have to like experiment around with styles and lighting and stuff. I definitely know that things like fog and ambient light can play a huge role in these things, and I'm planning to rely on that quite a bit. A lot of the concept art I've drawn up or reference images I use tend to have very strong ambient lighting to kind of set the tone, and I don't have any ambient lighting as of yet. So if I like get like a nice sort of pink fog or a blue fog with like a sunset sky or something, I think it might help everything look a bit cohesive, or at least more cohesive. But yeah, I don't know. That'll come in the polish phase probably. At least for now, we have some geometry here, so I'm happy with that. All right, let's get gotta get the crane head. Excuse me. Where's the head? Okay, there we go. But yeah, no, it's been like, yeah, I kind of just want to get this finished now, because I'm getting a bit tired of looking at it all the time. So I just want to like plow through it, see what I can get done. Now this whole area I might have to like tweak, because these cranes, the actual crane models are way bigger than the block out ones I've put. So it's not quite to scale, so I'm gonna have to like tweak things around a bit. And I don't know if is that gonna line up there? Hopefully. It's a bit too high. There we go. That's better. So I might have to I have to like group this stuff together and then lower it a bit. Yeah, so let me like group some of these together. So that should go in here. Well, I'm just gonna like parent certain objects to certain things. So that goes there, then that goes, wait, yeah. So that way, yeah, if I like move these pieces, it like moves the whole thing, right? And that's pretty handy. So I think, yeah, I need to take that and put it in here, and there we go. And then there's another piece, so I'll put that in there. And then I'll just like move this down, so it's like here, sort of. And yeah, so I think, yeah, that might work. I'll have to change like that rail, maybe, to be positioned elsewhere, and I have to put a rail along here, so we'll get to that. Oh, Neo Levine. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. First time watcher, welcome. Welcome to my Twitch. My mod, it gets he highlighted his message, very cool. He says, you can do like everything in the level hooked up to ropes. Yeah, I gotta add a bit more of those in. I have some of them in the concept art. And yeah, I was also planning on like doing clouds and stuff to like cover. That's why I don't have any, like, I didn't model a bottom for these cranes, because I know that you'd never see them. So yeah, oh, I've like zoomed out way too far. Yeah, so they just like end, right? And I was thinking, yeah, I can cover that with fog and clouds and stuff, but I don't have any assets for that yet. I'll have to look around for them. I was in a call with someone from Epic who showed me some engine features that I think they were in the whatever this version of Unreal is when this was coming out, 4.2 something. I can't remember the exact one, but he showed me this like procedural cloud thing that they had going on, and that was pretty sick. And I was like, oh yeah, that could work, but it might be a bit overkill, right? I reckon there's probably a less expensive way to render clouds, like with a texture or something, without having to like make particles and procedural stuff, because yeah, I don't want to like chunk up CPU resources unless it's like necessary. Because Unreal has a lot of great tools for photorealism, but I'm not particularly going for photorealism, so I want to see if there's like there's probably some way a solution that I could do to sort of cover that area that will look sort of more stylish. Yeah, I haven't seen their video on it, but yeah, no, the guy I was chatting with showed me, and he's like, yeah, you should like, I think, yeah, he was actually the one who suggested I tackle this concept of the level first, because it would just be easier to make, and that was pretty solid advice. Because I'm like, yeah, I don't know what kind of scale or direction the project's gonna head in, but yeah, I kind of just like wanted to get something out there, right? Like something that looked more finished. And he's like, yeah, you should really do this concept here. And I had like a whole board of stuff, and he was like, pointed to the one that looked like this, and he's like, yeah, do that one. That'll probably be easiest. And it is kind of difficult though, I won't lie. It hasn't been as easy as I thought. I was just hoping to like download some assets from the store and just like be done with it, but I had a lot of complications with the asset store, so I just went, screw it, I'm just gonna make my own models. And I would say, yeah, it definitely took a bit longer that way, but at least then I have models that are specifically catered to the needs that I need. So like I can make these like cranes very modular, and they're kind of just specifically purposed for the game. So I'm happy about that. And also that I have the rights to use them and they're not pirated like half the stuff I found on there, so I won't get in trouble for using my own assets, surely. The rotation for that is all wrong. Let me like give that another try. Okay, there we go, that's better. So I'll need to like adjust, I'll like get that cable model back. There we go. Wait, UE4 is a game engine. Yes, it is like, this is what I have open right now. It's a game engine. Very cool. I thought that was like kind of, self-evident by the fact that I'm, using it the same way you'd use a game engine. But yes, to answer your question, it's a game engine. Mufaya says, making things as unique as possible is the lovely advantage of being a generalist. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it's not that it's unique, because, I mean, these look pretty generic, these models, I'd say. At least at the moment. But it's just like, I guess for me it's kind of nice that I have control over most of the entire game, if not all of it. Because I've always been in a position where I know what I want, but like no one else around me did. and we'd just be everyone just be second guessing themselves on everything. And it's like, Jesus, can we just make a decision? And I'd be like, screw you guys, I'm gonna just make a bunch of choices myself and whatever. And it's nice to just be able to do that and execute it yourself, right? Without having to rely on this person to finish this model or whatever. I mean, yeah, it means you have to do it all, but I kind of like, yeah. It's kind of the weird thing, because when I was a kid, I always looked up to people like George Lucas and like those sort of director kind of figures, and I was really hell-bent on doing my own thing like Star Wars someday, because I thought it was so cool. I'd like watch all the behind the scenes for like the prequels, and I was like, I want to be like that guy. He looks kind of, he's cool. He like came up with this whole thing. And I was like, that's really sick. But yeah, I couldn't imagine being a person that like is in charge, but like, you know, just oversees stuff. I want to be involved in everything, like a lot. And the best way I think you can do that is to do everything. So yeah. It's a bit painful though, because modeling isn't my favorite, especially environment modeling. I'm not very experienced with it, but I got the job done. So, and it wasn't that dreadful at the end of the day. It always seems more dreadful when you're about to start, but then after you get into it for a bit, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this isn't so bad. And then you also now are a 3D modeler as well. So if you ever need that skill, you've got it. And that's kind of handy. What happened with UE5? Is it still in development? Oh, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't work there. But I think it's coming out, right? I'm pretty sure. Like, they announced it. They didn't release it, but they've announced that it's coming. So, yeah, they're working on it, I guess. What else? Someone else asked me, why Unreal Engine over Unity? Oh, that's a big thing to unpack. I should probably just make a video about it. But basically, Unreal better. Basically, that's the best summary I can give, but there's a lot of other specific reasons that like no one ever talks about. I guess some things that people do mention is just how it's designed. I personally think the user interface in Unreal is much better because it was actually made by game developers, whereas Unity wasn't. It was made by software engineers. Also, Unreal is a lot older and has had more time to mature. I think Unreal is like my age, so it's been around for a while. Whereas Unity is relatively recent. It's about like 10 years old, whereas Unreal is like 20-something. So it's had a lot more time to work. It also has way better rendering, as is the reputation of Unreal. But Unity's catching up. Like, you can make, depending on the game you want, graphically you can basically get the results either way. But I think Unreal has it more from the start. It has a bit of a better pipeline for it. Oh, I'm looking for a setting. Where is it? There it is. And I think like just by using it, you can sort of tell that it's like, oh, this is like, the engine knows what I want to do. Whereas with Unity, I didn't really get that at all. And this is coming from 10 years of using Unity, so I'm not just making that up. Like, I haven't used Unreal for as long as Unity, which I guess you could say I should be defending Unity then, because I've used it longer. But after using Unity for an immensely long time, and Unreal for a relatively recent time, I can say Unreal is definitely my preference in terms of like using it. But it does depend on the product you're making. If you're making a mobile game, I would probably recommend Unity. It's got a bit less bloat. Unreal has a bunch of stuff that you probably won't need to use in mobile, but I know that Unreal is kind of catching up, I think. Because I just think Unity is a bit, it's, you know, because mobile games tend to be simpler, and if you have a simpler engine, it tends to just kind of suit a bit better. But for desktop and console games, I would say Unreal. And also Unreal has been being deployed to consoles for longer than Unity, so again, yeah, and those are just sort of the facts of it, really. And I guess with age comes wisdom. And I think that's just something that can't really be argued or denied, because I think whatever's been around longer and is still being worked on, just in principle, tends to have a bit more. It's also worth, I guess, noting that the community support for Unreal, like, both engines have immense community support, but in different ways. Unity has a lot more going on for the asset store, whereas Unreal has, like, open source an open source community, and they can like modify the engine however they want, and that's definitely a plus depending on what you're, I guess, like, if you're like really serious about, like, if you're a AAA, for example, I'd say Unreal definitely has your back there, because it's very unlikely you'll be buying Unity as like store-bought assets if you're a AAA, and more likely you'll need to modify the engine, which is why most AAAs do use Unreal. But of course, I'm not a AAA. I'm an indie. But even for an indie, it's still pretty nice. Like, I don't plan on modifying the engine at all. But just usability, it's like it understands what a game needs, and it's like built. It was built for a first-person shooter, which is kind of like says like the fact that it was built with that purpose kind of changes the values of the engine, and I think that's important too, apart from the technical aspects. Because it had values. It was like, okay, this engine needs to be good at networking and multiplayer. Because Unreal, the game, was made as a multiplayer network game, and that's all it needed to do. And of course, the engine's diversified since then. But yeah, no, in my opinion, I would say, like, I guess my educated opinion, after using Unreal for 2 years and Unity for 10 years, I'd say Unreal is my preference. But yeah, no, like, Unity's still, like, you can still use it. Like, I used it to make a lot of projects. But if I had to go back, I'd probably say, psst, hey Ray, maybe you should check out this Unreal Engine thing when that comes out. It looks pretty sick. I'd probably, like, I kind of wish I started Unreal earlier so that I could know more about it now, I suppose. I kind of wish they taught it in schools too, right? Because everywhere I've taught it, they did Unity as their tool, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if there's a, like, it depends on what jobs are out there, I guess. But considering there's no jobs at all here for anything, it's like, well, you might as well just learn the one that's like gonna be more fun to use, I'd say. And if it depends on what people want. But if most people just want to make games like PC games or console games, I'd say Unreal has like it's like a better experience to use, I'd say. Do I use Blender for modeling? Yes, I do. And that's also a good tool. I prefer that over 3ds Max and Maya, which I've used for several years, all of those. Because, yeah, Blender, it's free. That's like a good bonus. Because you know how expensive a license is for Autodesk? It's like crazy. And they also are really like strict on, like, you can't just use a student license and make a commercial game. That's a big no. So that's initially why I started using Blender, because I didn't have to like pay a license fee. But it also can do basically everything that those programs can do, and I think in some ways better than those other programs from what I've used. Like unwrapping, like UV mapping and modeling and texturing has been much more pleasant for me in Blender than Maya or 3ds Max. So yeah, I guess that's like, yeah, after using both for a long time, I'd say Blender. Also, it has like a lot more community support with Blender. I'm sure that's obvious, but I thought I'd just mention it. Like, it's open source as well. You can modify it. There's heaps of extensions and plugins, and it's free. And I don't know if there's like a revenue thing with it, where it's like, because I know, oh wait, why is that grouped all the way over there? Okay, now I like grouped one of these objects. Yeah, like what? Oh, that's the skybox. Oh, okay. I was like, why is the widget all the way that way? Okay, I've lost where my first crane was now. I'm trying to like group these together so I can move this crane and have the rail follow it. So I'm just trying to like find, there we go. Okay, that has to be an SM crate tower head 6. So I have to like scroll up and find that. Or scroll down, I guess. It's alphabetically sorted. SM, here we go. What's this? Crane tower head 6, there we go. So now I can, yeah, rotate this head and then the grind rail follows it. Because, yeah, by default you can't grind on just anything. You need to have these splines put in. And that's just like the band-aid solution I've come up with for the moment. The collision's a little funky though, it seems. Because you can probably, yeah, she doesn't quite land on it, right? So I might have to like disable collision on the head. Just like, again, it's like a band-aid solution, but it works. You're not really meant to walk on the crane head anyway. So you can like go through it technically, But that's like, it's fine. I'll like, once like I recode the movement a bit, that shouldn't be a problem, but just for the sake of, you know, getting it playable, I'll just disable collisions on stuff that break the grind rails. That tends to work. Like, I think for these railings, I put grind rails on some of them, and I've had to like just turn off the collision. The body seems to work, but there we go, that's much better. And now the camera doesn't clip into those things anymore. So that's nice. So maybe I can just get away with using 2 cranes instead of instead of 3 cranes. That could be nice. I might though. I don't know if I should keep that in the middle or like push it off to the side like this. I don't know. It's a bit less visible, eh? Maybe I'll keep it in the middle. I really don't know like what this is supposed to be. I guess it could be a cable that goes down. Like, that could just be wired to something, so we can just grind up that. And there we go. So what I'll do as well, I'll make this a bit faster, because it's very slow, this cable, so I can change the speed multiplier to, we'll do 1.5, perhaps. I'm going to change it on each of these line points as well. So this one's kind of slow, but then this one's like, it's a bit faster. There we go. It's more like it. And then, yeah, we'll get the other one going. So I can get rid of this now. I don't know if I can just select... Can I, like, select the bottom of the group? And okay, it won't copy the whole thing. That's a bit of a shame. Hydrogen says one thing great about Blender is that they make... Oh, do they make movies? I didn't know they did that. That's cool. I don't really watch them. I kind of just... Yeah, I don't really follow, like, too much with the software. Like, I use them, but I don't, like, follow their social media or anything. Because, like, I don't really... Like, I used to work with a group of people, and they would always, like, obsess over, oh, the update for this is out, let's check out the new features. And they wouldn't ever use them for anything. They would just, like, marvel at, like, oh, I could make this and that. And it's, like, cool, but are you going to make this and that? Or are you just excited about this stuff for no reason? And, yeah, and most of the time, yeah, they would just, like, they'd all gather around and be like, oh my god, guys, we've got to see the new Blender update or Maya update or whatever. But they wouldn't actually use them. And it's like, well, there's no point in really getting obsessed over this if you don't actually have a use for it. So I tend to, like, not think too much about... Like, that's why I'm not really that excited about UE5, because there's literally... Like, yeah, it's great, but am I going to use all these new features? Like, probably not. I'm making a very simple game, I'd say. Or at least, like, the new features, I don't say help me that much to create what I want to create. Like, I think I can create it with the tools I already have, you know? I don't feel like I only really like changing things and updating when I absolutely need to. Like, if there's a real big problem with this one specific tool that is, like, completely broken, it's like, okay, yeah, I do need a patch for that, or a different solution. But if it's, like, a rendering pipeline thing that, like, they slightly alter, it's like, well, I don't need that. Like, it's nice. Someone else might need it, but I don't. Like, graphics-wise, you know, like, everyone's saying, oh, you can render, like, bazillion polygons in UE5, and it's like, that's cool, but I'm literally never gonna need that, because I don't use, like, mega scans or anything. I just, like, I know what I need and what I want, and it's not all this new fancy stuff. Like, if you could make a great game on the PS2 with those graphics, you know, then surely, I reckon I just want to stay focused on, like, the important stuff, you know? Like, I feel like I don't need those features to make the game good. Like, they might be nice additions, but I don't want to rely on them, right? Because it's just... I don't know. It feels like it feels a bit superficial to I guess worry about that stuff, unless it's, like, vitally important to the specific product you're making. Like, if you're making a photorealistic game, then sure, yeah, I could see some benefits with, like, some of this new stuff, but if you're, like, just, I don't know, I just kind of want to make my thing, and it's like, it doesn't rely on technology of the ages, I guess. I'm not breaking any new ground here. I'm using pretty old techniques, and that's sort of how I like it. But yeah. But there was a problem where I updated my Unreal once, and there was a slight alteration they made that actually completely screwed the project, because they changed how capsule casting worked, or just casting. I think it's called casting. Yeah, or trace. Sorry, they changed how tracing worked. Because I had the way the wall run detects walls is it uses a capsule trace, and it uses a distance of 0, so it just gets a radius around the character and returns a hit result. But in one update, Unreal decided, hey, if the cast distance is 0, let's not run the cast. And then the wall run stopped working. So that was a fun little surprise. I think they fixed it in a later update. But that was like a nice little shock. It's like, wait, why did they change this? This was literally fine. And now it's broken the game, so that was a fun little thing to wake up to. But apart from that, I haven't had any problems and stuff otherwise. Alright, so I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to connect these two cranes together, because they're very distant. Let me think. This isn't gonna, because I can't tilt these, because these aren't the kind of cranes that can be tilted, so I'm gonna have to keep these straight on, but do something to kind of like get some heights going. I just wonder what I'll do. I wonder if I land there, could I like get up on this bit, I wonder. Let's try it. Okay, you can make it. I just gotta get you from there to there. Yes, I'm hydrating. Very good. No, I don't want to tilt the base of the crane. That'll just look, yeah, no. People are gonna look at that and go, "What the hell? Why is this all tilted?" There's a different model of crane that can be tilted, but yeah, like that looks like a disaster waiting to happen right there. Like, it looks like it's gonna fall over. I want to keep these straight. I didn't know that about how cranes worked before I made these, so I made them, and then I like looked at my level and I was like, wait. My block has a crane tilted, and cranes can't tilt that way. So I'm just like making accommodations now. So I'll probably put like another rail here maybe that you can... Oh, there is... Oh, it's on the other side. Yeah, no, it did copy over. At least I thought it was. I thought I saw an object here. What's this? Oh! That's the grind rail, except it's like far away. Okay. Wait. Wait a sec. I grouped this, right? Oh, I didn't group that. Okay, let me, yeah. I didn't group this bit on. My mistake. So let me get my body, crane tower body 18. Alright, let's have a dig around for that. Let's group this in. Crane tower body something. What was it called again? There's a bunch of these other... I don't know which one's the right one. It wasn't this one. It wasn't... Okay, it wasn't those. These are different. Because those have the plywood plank on them, and that's not the right one. I want one without... it's got to be this one. Yeah. Oh no, that's this one. Okay, my bad. So it's... it's the one up here, that's right. 18. There we go. So let's now group or parent. I shouldn't say group because this isn't grouping. That's a different thing. So that's 20, body 21. All right. I didn't say Unity sucked. I just said that Unreal did a lot of things better. Unity's a good engine. I used it for a decade. Like, I think if it was terrible, I wouldn't have used it for a decade. But I would say Unreal does a lot of things better, at least for my own purposes, for the specific kinds of games I'm making. And I kind of used to think that that's like broadly what everyone else was doing, but from what I've seen in the indie scene, everyone's just like making pixel art games, and I'd say yeah, Unity for that for sure. But that's never been what I've made. So for 3D games and console games and that sort of thing, I'd say Unreal, like more modern sort of stuff. Just like not graphically, but just workflow. I'd say that's a big part because I think people underestimate how important workflow is sometimes. Like just recently, I think I had a friend of mine showing me some Unreal stuff, and he showed me how to make for these crates. So he showed me how to make physical constraints on the doors. So like I had like these two. I think I deleted it by mistake, but he had it so that I could have those doors and they would like fly open if you hit them and stuff, and they would like rotate on the hinges. And you could never really do stuff like that, at least when I used Unity like a couple years ago. Like it was a lot harder to do. It's very easy to set up in Unreal though. And it just has a lot of stuff that just clicks together and it makes sense. Whereas with Unity, you kind of don't get a lot to start with. And you sort of have to like piece things together. And for me, it was quite difficult to figure all that out. Like just getting a moving character was quite the task. And again, I don't know what it is currently, but I think I last used Unity about 3 years ago. And back then, yeah, it was definitely rather difficult to just get something simple up and going. Whereas with Unreal, it kind of comes with a lot of preset stuff to get you started. And that's sort of just how that's just sort of how I jam, really. Just wanting to get something playable as soon as possible, and Unreal is like has a lot of tools for that. Why am I not attaching to that grind rail? That's very annoying. Do I have to disable collisions on the body too for this to work? Oh wait, I might know why actually. Yeah, okay, yeah. So there might be another solution than disabling collisions. If I recall, I made a collision channel that I can disable. That might help us. I just can't remember where I put it now. Collision preset. So if I do custom, I'm going to ignore grindable surface and rideable surface. So you can't wall ride on the body, because I made a custom collision channel for those. So that works much better now. So I'll do that for the head too. Instead of no collision, it will, but it ignores the channel for grinding. Because yeah, the grind thing, basically, if there's a channel that exists on the grind channel, if it detects more than one, it won't execute, because it doesn't know how to prioritize rails. I think for the wall ride, I did change it so that it can work with multiple rails, but it works unpredictably. Because yeah, it doesn't actually check for a collision just on its own. With both the grinding and wall riding, like when I jump and detach to a wall, it checks on a specific channel. Like, is this collision on the wall rideable channel? And if it is, then do whatever. But if it's not, then ignore it. And the wall ride will actually also account if there's more than one thing, so that it can smoothly go between walls. Because I was having issues with that. But with grinding, I didn't do that, so it can only handle one collision on that channel at a time. So if it detects that there's two collisions that are both grindable, then it just doesn't do anything. But if there's one, it will work. So I've just taken this object off of those channels, and that should hopefully work. I'll do the same for this other crane too. So if I do custom, yeah, I'll just turn off those two. Wait, what did I do that on? Okay, I did that. Okay, I gotta do this for each of these meshes. Can I like select them all and do that, I wonder? Can I like shift select this and just change all of them? That'd be nice. I can! Epic. Oh, wait, custom. Oh, it's ignoring everything. Default. Wait. Custom. Okay, there we go. That's better. Oh, someone redeemed hydrate. Sorry, missed that. Okay, what was I... Yeah, okay, so this needs collision, but it just doesn't need... I can just do a custom. Boom. There we go. Is that all the... That can't be all the pieces, right? I think it could be, actually. I thought there was more. Oh, well. I think I just... Oh, yeah, I didn't do it for these. It's good to just have these as consistent collisions. So I'll do those. Oh wait, I don't want no collision. I want... There we go. So yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's see if I can actually make it over. So I can go up here. I can go up here. Let's see if I can... Yeah. Except the camera keeps doing that. I think... Oh, there's another collision channel for the camera that I should probably disable as well, so it doesn't like try and like lean up against this object, because it's like mostly... You can see through a lot of it, right? So we'll... I think it's... Yeah, we'll ignore the camera channel as well, because on objects that have the camera channel, they do it so that if I move my camera here, it like you know, stretches against the wall and doesn't clip into it, so I can get like, you know, the camera like to not go through walls. But for other objects, yeah, so now I have it so that it can go through the crane, because it's like mostly just pillars and bars and whatnot anyway. So now if I grind on this, the camera shouldn't pop for those cables. There we go. That's much better. So if I can now stand on it because it actually has the collision there for everything else. But now the camera won't try and... Well, now you can sort of clip it through certain bits there, I guess. But, you know, it doesn't matter. It's fine. You're not meant to go up here anyway. But anyway, I just gotta do it for the other crane now. So, let's select those. And yeah, turn off camera. So I think, I just want to like, yeah, double check that again to make sure we can actually make it over without problems. Because I don't know if I'm just like glitching it to get over to that other bit, or if you can actually like do it without really having to press anything. Okay. Now, what happens if I don't jump? Okay, so you do need to jump there. And I think the jump, I'll test the jump again to make sure that it actually works like that every time. Because sometimes the jump glitches out a bit and it sends you the wrong direction. Oh no, I fell down. Okay, let's try that again. So, if I jump right at the edge, I should... Yeah, there we go. Easy. Alright. Cool, so that bit's... that bit's done. Let's move on. Alright, so this is like very tall. I think I just made it that way for... I don't know why I did actually, but... I mean, all of this is sort of meant to be on like tall stuff, but I'll worry about the bottom later on. For now, we'll get some more crates in. Crate gang. Where are you? There we go. So, I don't know what size. I guess we'll use those 12 meter ones. There we go. So yeah, we're just gonna like rebuild this whole bit out of crates, basically. We'll see how that goes. And I'll make them blue for now, because I've got to put some color there. I guess we'll like keep them facing that way, I guess. I kind of notice it does look sometimes better when they're all just facing the same way. So we'll move that there. Oh, what do we got? Magnostein has subscribed. Thank you so much. I think we've hit our subscriber goal now. We've got 10 subs. And he launched, wait, how do I... Shows an annotation up here in my chat. Oh, he's got some emotes there, nice. It says here that you launched an emote firework in the channel, but I might have missed that. But yeah, no, thanks so much for the subscription, dude, I appreciate it. Helps support the channel, helps me stay alive to keep making this game. So, thanks so much. That's very nice. So we now have, I think we're at like 10 subs now or something, so yay! I got my first 10 subscribers on Twitch. Hell yeah, you guys have made history. I'll have to like do a little something special to celebrate. I don't know, there's not a way I can like, I think there's a way I can like I could like message my subs, I think, or something like that. I don't know, or like some, is there like a Discord integration? I wonder. Because I'll see if I can, I'll look in to see if I can give my subs a little treat. But yeah, I'll have to like, I have to like look into some more Twitch stuff and whatnot, because I keep saying I'm a bit of a boomer when it comes to Twitch, because I'm very new to it. But I'm pretty sure there should be like a way to like a Discord role for you guys would be sick. I'm sure there's got to be a way to do that. I'm pretty sure. So I'll have a look. Actually, I'll Google it right now. Discord, Twitch, subscriber role. Oh, someone has searched this before. Is this a thing? Okay, there's something on the FAQ page. Epic. Yeah, okay, I'll do something like this. I'll have a read into this after the stream, because I'll give you guys a little treat for your support. So, okay, those crates are pretty well positioned. I don't know if I need that many though. Like, again, I'm gonna like fill in all this gap stuff later. I don't know, I guess we'll just leave those there for the moment, but let's like get some more of these over. Now, because I haven't built any of these to the right scale in terms of like these blue grid pieces. I kind of just built those to like, I don't know, as like an estimation of what the crates were, and I built the crates like this size, whatever this is. I thought all the crates would be that size, but they're not. Like they're a lot different, as you can see. So there's that, and then that's how big the crates actually are. So I have to make some accommodations. Oh, hey, Tim's here. What's up, my boy? How you doing? Glad to see you back for another stream. Keep the memes strong, my guy. He sent me some good memes the other day. I think I tweeted, I might have tweeted some of them. A lot of you guys have been making some good memes lately. We got some Crate Gang memes. We got some sunglasses memes, stuff like that. All very nice. Thanks, sorry, I'm really bad at these names. I don't know how to pronounce that one, but thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. How's your weekend been, Tim? Hope you've been having a good time. I've been trying to like relax a little bit myself, but I can't help but not work on this game for a few days. I have like an urge. It's like, oh no, I haven't like opened Unreal in like 10 hours. Work's been slow. Oh yeah. Hopefully it gives us some time to wind down a bit. Wait, why did I put crates over here? I wasn't meant to put crates over there. I was meant to... Oh yeah, so... I don't know how, like... I don't know how these walls... I don't know if I should make these, like, out of concrete or just out of crates. I think we'll do them out of crates, because, yeah, why not? Crates are fun. So I think what I might do then is perhaps... like, because these walls are very thin and crates are not. So we'll, like, make... yeah, I don't know how this will work exactly. But I'll see if I can like just make a wall of these, like covering this sort of side out of these crates, and we'll see where we go. Yeah, I'm not sure how yeah, because this doesn't quite measure up that well, eh? I might have to get some of the 6 meters in, maybe. We'll have a look at that. Ah, damn it. There we go. So yeah, just ignore that that flickering. Everything's fine. Just ignore it. The pain will be over. I don't know if those should come across that, like, yeah. So this might have to be a little shorter. So I'll just like make more of these. Or I don't know. Maybe I make this a bit longer. I don't know. Like maybe because I don't want to like just use a 6 meter at the end for no reason. So maybe I'll like bring this whole bit out a bit further. Like out here sort of thing. To accommodate for that size. Or hold on. Yeah, or I like move it all back a little bit perhaps. So I like take it like that and then just like push it back here. I guess that might be better because we get a bit more room on that side. We could could probably put in some cool stuff there. I've like been making little changes to the level as well, so I don't know. We'll see if I come up with anything while building this. So I'll just make like a wall of these. And yeah, I'd say that's about tall enough. Maybe we'll do one more for like the roof. And then now this floor bit. I'm not sure how that will work, but we'll try. So we'll probably rotate that by about 90 degrees. And then we'll, yeah. I don't know how far out we should put that. Maybe there. Well, yeah, let's like see if I can actually like make that gap. Okay, you can. So maybe we'll bring this out a little further. And we'll put another one on that side. And then, yeah, fill in this area. Is that gap closed? I can't tell. Is the checkpoint covering it? Are those clipping? No, those aren't. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, you can make that over pretty easy. Sito asks, am I planning on giving levels a hand-drawn aesthetic or just the characters? I think I've I answered this one before. I don't know exactly the name of the aesthetic, but I'm not going to give the levels a cel-shaded look, if that's what you mean. At least I don't think I will, because that's not how anime is drawn. Anime is drawn with dynamic objects cel-shaded and static objects as like paintings. I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. I was kind of hoping that just having geometry in there that was lit relatively well would kind of do it, but I think that could be contributing to why this still looks kind of off. So I don't know, like there's a lot of ways you can do it, but if you don't know what I mean, I'll get up an example. Let me get like an anime movie screenshot or something. Is there any good ones? Just trying to find actually a good picture. Like take this for example. I don't know if I can like get a bigger version. So, I mean the background's a little blurry. That's very blurry on that one. It's a bit hard to tell. Maybe this one. Can I get a full-size picture, please? That'd be great. There we go. So, all of the dynamically done objects... Actually, this one's a bit different than the other ones I've seen. But all of the characters are cel-shaded. The background, however, like these desks are also drawn. I guess these are also dynamic too, I guess. Because that looks... It's got line work and two-tone shading on it. So I guess these are dynamic. But if you look at, like, to the windows... It's very blurry, but like they sort of look painted and textured, right? So that's sort of the look I'm trying to do, but again, like I haven't had that much time to like put those all in. Like a lot of these have unfinished textures on them still, like they just have colors, because that's literally like that's all I have time for right now. Like I don't have time to create the final textures right now, because you know, I think even if I did, it's still going to be subject to iteration, and I'd rather just get level, like, stage 1 iteration, like, as quick as possible, and just iterate throughout development. I think that's the approach that I've sort of been doing this whole time, but I want to continue with. But yeah, these aren't very detailed yet, which is probably why, because I think I said earlier, something still looks off about them, and maybe it is just the lack of detail. But you'll notice that anime backdrops tend to be more detailed, and they use multiple shades and tones than that, whereas characters use, like, two-tone shading. Like this chalkboard here, right? Like, on this guy's jacket, it's just a flat color. But on the chalkboard behind them, it has, like, that chalkboard texture on it. It's, like, painted on. And again, yeah, it's very blurry. There's got to be, like, a better example. I guess this might... this is, like, why are the backgrounds so blurry, for Christ's sake? But it's got, like, a... You can sort of just tell by how it's... Can I, like, open this image? Yeah. So you can sort of just tell, even if it is all blurred, that the shading is very different from the character's shading. Because, like, these trees, right? Yes, they're blurry as all hell, but they have more than 3 tones. They have, like, lots of little shadows and mid-tones and highlights, but they're all sort of micro-toned differently. Whereas and like that bit of concrete, you can see how it's like got painted details on it. Whereas the characters' costumes don't have that at all. So yeah, I'm not gonna do like this sort of shading on the environment because that's just not how it's done. But I still haven't quite solved how to get this look on 3D yet. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a mix of texture work and post-processing, but again, yeah, like, I guess, let me get up another image to sort of show you guys my mindset with it. Because I'm probably going to get, like, shitload of comments on my next video complaining about the models, because, you know, that's just how it is, right? But let me get, like, I don't know if I can, like, get an example. Alright, this is sort of the best image I can think to show. I don't know if there's, like, a better close-up. So, this image, or something like... Yeah, actually, this image is better. So, this sort of describes my process of making these games assets. It sort of starts from here, right? And this is like graphically the best example or metaphor I can think. It's going to start out looking rough, right? Like these do. These look very plain. But then like throughout development, I kind of just want to iterate it. And I'm probably not going to get like this, but you know, it improves marginally and incrementally as development goes. Because I just don't think it's like realistic for an indie, at least in my position as one person, to just make the final assets straight away, because they might, you don't know how they look. You need to have a certain amount of experimentation, I think, because I'm not an expert in knowing how these are supposed to look, so I want to leave some room for iterating. But yeah, that'll come later, probably because the game hasn't even started production yet. We're still in like pre-production, so during production, that's probably when I'm going to start focusing on that. For now, I just want something that gives you the idea of what this is, not necessarily like a comprehensive, like it's comprehensive to an extent, but not like a 100% complete sort of version. I kind of want it maybe like 50% in terms of graphics, like, but it's all of the graphics. It's like you've got all the geometry and the models and everything, and you have an idea of what the level is. You get an idea of where it's set. You get the idea of how the other game's levels might look. And it's just sort of getting the idea across. But yeah, no, I'll need to like spend a lot more time on the models later probably, but it's just time I don't have to spend right now. So at the moment, we just kind of have these models, and yeah, like they do the job. They get the job done right now, but yeah. But yeah, I want to leave some time to iterate on that. But yeah, the colors do look a bit flat, I'd say. But yeah, I have to research more on how to get that look, because it's a very specific look, and it's unrealistic to think I can just do it first try. There needs to be some iteration done, so I'll need some time to do that. This is a bit of a better example, because this actually has some detail on it. But you can see, like, on this bit on the side, you've got, yeah, again, everything's freaking out of focus, but you can tell that it's not two-tone shaded, so that's the main thing. This is a really good one. So yeah, I've done similar. I've tried doing games before that have this kind of look, and I got relatively okay with it. I think yeah, a lot of it is gonna probably be texture and post processing, and like that sort of thing. Because I did try making a train once. I had like a concept of a game that was set on a train that sort of had this kind of look to it. But yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how that happens. Do they have speculum? I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't plan on using... Oh, like the crates, no. But I don't think for the game, like, in terms of style, I don't think I'm going to use specular maps at all. I don't think. I think it's going to be... yeah, like that's why I say I have to research it more. But it's... I'll try and find another example of some work I've done that is the closest I can get to it right now. It's on my itch page somewhere. So the closest I've done was this project, which was made entirely like with like this sort of hand painted look. And I wasn't necessarily going for the anime look, but this is probably the closest I've gotten to just like the anime screenshots as well. This is all freaking blurry. But I kind of tried getting that same look. Like with this footbridge here, you can sort of see that it's got this like hand-painted wood on it. I don't have like that many. Yeah, like, and then there's this rock that it's sort of like been brushed on. And again, these are only like screenshots, but you can sort of like, if you'd imagine anime characters instead of these like silhouette characters, you could say, oh yeah, like to me that looks close enough to the anime look, but a lot of it again relies, maybe, yeah, because I also said before I didn't have any ambient lighting, and that could also be a contributing factor, because I think this game relied heavily on ambient lighting and color grading, and it worked pretty well, and I don't have any color grading on this yet, and that could be a reason why it looks weird. So yeah, because anime even too, like if you guys aren't familiar with film or how cameras work, there's a process called color grading, which is used in all of this to kind of get the look across a bit better. I don't know if I can find like an image example of color grading. Like the Matrix famously, I don't know why I said infamously, but it famously uses color grading for like the scenes in the Matrix to make them look green, and the scenes outside the Matrix to look blue. And that's how they get that look. It's not really with lighting, but it's with color grading. I guess there's another example of how you can do it. I have a few presets that I tend to gravitate towards. But yeah, color grading can really sort of bring out the vibe and atmosphere of stuff. And I guess because I don't have any yet, that could be why it looks a bit vanilla, you could say. But yeah, I don't know if there's like a better example, but I'm pretty sure, like, I know this game definitely used heaps of color grading. I also just made the assets on a limited palette as well. Like everything was like green. Like this sort of, I think I used a lot of gold and like this bluish green color, and color grading as well. And it kind of combined to look like this. And then for this scene, I used the gold primarily, but for the other scene, I used the green or the, yeah. So, and a lot of fog as well. And I reckon that kind of helps sell the look a bit. So, I don't know, maybe I can transfer some of that over. That's sort of that's where I'm going to start from. Because I know this is what I've made before. And it's like, okay, well, I know this. I could probably try emulate it. But I think there's got to be a bit more to it, of course. So, we'll see. But that's the closest I've managed to get. And, I have a lot of concept art from this. I don't know if it's still up. But I think the concept art kind of as well kind of gets that feel. I don't know where I've put the concept art, though. I think it's in here, yeah. So, a lot of the concept art for this was, from a cutscene I did in the game, and that, you can sort of see that look in full effect there, where it's got this very, like, hand-brushed look sort of thing. Like, I feel like you could take that backdrop and put it in an anime, and change that to an anime character, and that could work. Some of these are a bit rough, but some of these sort of have that. Like, I tried very much to try and get the look right in Photoshop before making the assets. So I might have to do a bit. I haven't done that many concept sketches yet of the game, like Project Feline. I've done like very rough versions, but not as detailed as these. So maybe after I do a few, I might get a better idea. Because these are all like the sketches I've done of Project Feline, and they're very basic. And they're just like grade block out thumbnails sort of things. So yeah, maybe like during production I might do some more concepts. But anyway, I suppose that answers that, hopefully. But yeah, I just want to like get the level sort of there first, and then iterate on it as we progress. So let me think for a moment. Okay, I know what to do with this. I'll move that out. I'll put scaffolding models there instead, because I have those. I'll keep the grind rail there, maybe. As for these... I think... don't know how far these should come over. Well, let's like create the other walls, perhaps. So let's get these over. So, I don't know, that doesn't quite line up that well, but... I don't have enough ground on that side. Maybe, yeah, I might have to create some more of these. Maybe I don't know, we'll make this whole area maybe a lot wider, perhaps. It could be more fun that way. That's a bit too wide. Well, let's see where this goes, actually. So let's, like, yeah. Move that out here. I don't know, like, I'm just, like, I kind of just want to use one crate size, so I just want to see, like, what I can get away with, I guess. So I might make this sort of area a bit wider. And, get rid of those. Thank you, The Fixer, for the follow. Appreciate it. I'm just looking at the chat. So Whatnot's talking about Zelda Skyward Sword. I haven't played Skyward. I haven't played like that many Zelda games at all, really. So, hold on. Let me search it. Zelda Skyward Sword. Oh, did it search? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think the only one I've played is I've played a little bit of Breath of the Wild, and that's it. Well, that's not in game. That's a concept sketch. Yeah, like that kind of look. That's like very anime looking. So wait, no, that wasn't post-processing, was it? Is that what you're saying? No way. It must be a hell of a good post-processing effect. Because this is like what, running on the Wii U or something? The Wii. Maybe its post-processing isn't expensive as they thought. Well, yeah, I'll have to look into this more. This is sort of like, yeah, a bit close to what I'm after, except like, yeah, it looks very more green than what I'm doing. But yeah, no, generally, like, that's the sort of vibe. But that looks all like texture work, a lot of this. And color, yeah, and color grading, perhaps. Wait, did you say color grading? Oh yeah, you did say color grading. I thought you said, like, post-processing, like... Because there's another effect I've heard of that it's like an oil painting effect, but I can't help but think that's got to be super expensive. I'll see if I can... let me Google it. There's like a name for it. I had it bookmarked. Let me have a look. It's got like a weird name, but yeah. Let me look. I have like so many bookmarks I have to scroll through. Give me a second. I think it's like, yeah, something like this. It's called Kuwahara, or I don't know. That's what I googled to get it. But it's basically does this to a scene, and this is a Unreal screenshot. So I think someone like, yeah, it's probably on GitHub somewhere. But I've been thinking maybe trying to do something like this. But again, I don't know how that works in motion. So it'll be interesting. Like if you have that and then move the camera around, I don't know if that's gonna like mess with it or look strange. But we'll see. So that's another thing I'm going to experiment with too, but that's going to come much later. Like this looks kind of sick, but I don't know if it's like too artificial, right? Because I feel like you want to try and get as much of it in texturing as possible. But now some of these look kind of promising. I'll just have to like play around with it. Why is there a picture of a bicycle? What? But yeah, no, this is something that someone showed me. This is from Unreal, and it has that sort of look to it. But this particular one looks a little like it kind of looks like a filter to me. I don't know if it's just like the way it's been composited, but you've got a cell shaded character in there. But that's sort of like the general idea of how that would work. Except, yeah, I don't know, that pug, something doesn't look right about it. It looks a bit too detailed. So that could be why. But that's kind of close. Yeah, I'll have to play around with it, but that'll be for later. Neon Gregory, how late? Yo, you're pretty late, my dude. Very late. A lot of you guys were late. I like started the stream and it was like a whole like 10 minutes before everybody showed up. Very disappointed, guys. But I mean, to be fair, I was quite late too. I was meant to start at 12, but I was like an hour late. So fair enough. Yeah, no, I've just had some stuff to do. So let me like think for a sec. So I need to get some more crates. I'm gonna make a platform. And I gotta put some more crates so that you can get up here. Oh, damn it, I fell off. Do I usually stream at this time? I usually stream like an hour earlier, but I'm usually, during this time I would still be on. I usually, when do I usually stream? I usually stream between 7 to 9:30-ish Pacific Daylight Time. Is that what is, or Pacific East? I don't know. I think it's Pacific Time. Wherever, I don't know, wherever California is. I'm pretty sure that's Pacific Time. And then I also stream it sometimes at like from 9 to like 11:30 UTC, Universal Time, for my boys in Europe. And yeah, those are my usual times. But yeah, that oil paint look, yeah, that's what I think too. I don't know how it looks on a background. Like if I'm here and if I like move the camera, I don't know if that's going to completely smear and screw it all up. Like yeah. So that's why I kind of want to do it more in the texturing and rely less on post-processing. Like people were asking if Gabby's shader was post-processing, and no, it's not. It's the shader. Because it's, yeah, like post-processing is not only expensive, depending on the platform, but it's also like, I feel like it just looks better if you can like get the look without having to put an effect on over the top. Like if this model was just a normal model and it had like a line filter over it, it would look very artificial, I think. Because it has to calculate the lines, whereas with the model, I've decided where the lines are. And they're always there. It doesn't have to calculate them and decide where to show a crease and stuff like that. Like I've hand placed them all there, which is sort of the whole, that's like the whole charm of anime, I think. It's that intentionality and saying, I want this line here, I want that line there. And it's imperfect, but that's like the whole point, you know, because art isn't perfect, so neither should, like if the drawings aren't perfect, then neither should an emulation of it be, right? So that was the approach I took with the character shader, and I had a similar kind of idea for the environment shader, but I haven't quite nailed it yet. But I just, because the thing is, once I place all these models, if I then play around with the textures and materials, it'll just apply it to all of the stuff I've already placed. So that way, I can kind of, I think it's good I blocked it out like this first, because then I can get an idea of everything. Like I can actually test it in real time and see it in a scene that I've already built and go, okay, does this look good in a scene? Because it might look good with one object, but if you have like 100 of them together, is it going to look good? So I'm kind of glad I've decided to do this first, because then that way I can then go and change, like I could change the texture of this and it'll apply it to all the crates in the scene. And I can say, all right, does this look, how does this look in the whole, like I can see a big picture view of it. So yeah, because that's really what's important, is does it look good in the big picture? And yeah, I'm not sure how that'll work yet, but we'll see. Everyone's just, yeah, we gotta all be patient. So let me, yeah, let's create more of this wall. I think, yeah, lighting as well could be a big part, but I don't, yeah. Again, I'll probably stop talking about it now, because I don't know enough to really say anything useful about it. All I can say is that it's gonna take some time, and that's it. Okay, let me like copy some of these as well. I'll put these up here. Maybe. I don't know. Because yeah, this doesn't quite measure up that well, eh? Because I had a wall like that sort of thing, right? Yeah, because this doesn't... Well, that wall shouldn't be there. We gotta replace that as well. So let's do that. Maybe if I just like stack them like this, I don't know. Like, Could have 6. Nah, 6 meter would be too short, I think. Well, actually, well, let's have a look. Let's get a 6 meter in. Maybe that could. Oh no, it is it's just a bit too short for that. Unless. Well, let's have a look here. Because I don't know if I need to make this shorter, this area. Maybe I will. Yeah. So, like, I'll replace this. I'll get some 6 meters in and see what we can build. Don't want it clipping. I'll make these light blue. Yeah, I still gotta, like, also figure out the color of stuff. Because I think I can't use all the colors just everywhere, because it'll just look bad. But if I, like, use colors in a certain way, I think it might be interesting. So I've tried to do a bit of that in these earlier areas. So I've tried to do it here where it's, like, it kind of has these layers to them. Where it starts off, like, at dark blue, then it goes to light blue, then white. As, like, a visual sort of, I don't know, just like an experiment. Because if I place them randomly, it just looks, I don't know, doesn't look very nice, I don't think. So anyway, maybe, I don't know, maybe I should just leave that open. Or, yeah, you know, I will leave that open. I'll just put, like, a railing on the side to kind of stop you from going. But at least that way I can put some scenery there, so you can at least get a nice view. And then you have to, like, climb up here. I'll have to put some crates in. Crates. Different kinds of crates. I have another crate. What do I plan the design of the levels? Wait, what? What do you do to plan the design of the levels? Oh, right. I sort of did concept art. I want to do more. I have to do more concept art later, like when the game actually enters production. But where's my folder? I did do a bit of sketches. Let me find them. God damn, where did I put them? Oh, they're in here. Okay, so I did a few different sketches. I did a. Well, firstly, I just got some reference images together of, like, stuff I wanted this to look like. And I think I covered this all in a previous video. So if you want, like, a more comprehensive breakdown of it, I'd say go watch my video on that. I've got my channel linked down below. Then I did some palette tests. And again, these are very rough. I think I did another palette test a few weeks after that. That looked, yeah, it was very, like, I just, like, got a Google image skybox, stretched it around a bit, drew some crates, like, it was very, very, very rough. And then this is, like, probably the closest bit to concept art I've done on the level, where I sketched out the props. And then I did, this was, like, the main one. This was, like, just a bunch of thumbnail sketches for different scenarios that could happen. And that was, yeah, that was about all I did, really. I want to do some other, more like an actual concept piece to get, because again, we talked about all that stuff with the style, textures, so I think if I can draw it by hand of how that should look, I think it'll help. So yeah, it's like, I gotta make more concepts, but that was the concepts I've done so far. So let me think for a sec. So yeah, okay, back to the 6 meters. But yeah, more concept art will come, but again, like, the game still isn't, it's still in pre-production. It's not in production yet. And we'll see, well yeah, hopefully I want to do a lot of cool concepts when that happens. Alright, so, can I fit, oh yeah, I think, did I say I was going to leave that blank? I can't remember. I think I did. But I think I was also contemplating to make this, like, a shorter wall. So let's do that. Theo, saving up them crates. Making me nervous. Gotta think of a... I have some trivia I've been thinking about, but yeah, I was doing some drafts the other day. Not to like get people hyped up for it or anything, because it's still a long shot before anything is concrete. But I was doing some story drafting last night and like the other day, trying to like come up with different premises and whatnot. And I've got a few I've got a few drafts going on at the moment. And the ideas are starting to come to me a bit more easy now. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like if I just leave something for long enough, it eventually just starts coming to me. Like, it's not that I'm trying to figure out the story, it's that the story's trying to figure out me, I guess. Or, like, figure out how to, you know... It's like I'm discovering the story rather than, like, making it, I guess. It sounds weird. But it's like this really weird sort of state where things just kind of come to you. So... I've been trying to... That's sort of been starting to happen now, and I was really nervous about that before, which is why I didn't really say much about it. Because, yeah, I feel like if you try too hard to come up with stuff, it just makes it harder. I don't know why, but it's like, whenever I consciously make an effort to try and draft stuff, it just sucks. And then when I kind of just casually do it, it's like way better. So, yeah, it's weird. But I got some ideas cooking, but nothing final. But we're starting to get started, I guess, on some of that stuff. But yeah, I gotta run it by some people first though, because yeah, gotta make sure it's good. But in due time, can't rush it. Yeah, forced creativity is quite difficult, especially like I don't know, because I always obsess over trying to find the best, most efficient way to do something. And that can sometimes make things difficult. But then it kind of does help when you do get to that state where it just comes to you. Because I guess the thing that annoys me sometimes, I don't know, like I don't spend a lot of time reading that many stories or like, I don't know, getting involved in too many like plots for other games, because I kind of just want to do my own thing. But yeah, like I've seen a lot of stuff before. It's like people suggest like very superficial, like I guess not suggestions, but they have like elements they want to suggest, but it's usually like very superficial details that don't really matter. Like, oh, this character should have this, like, I don't know, like in the Marvel fandom, I'm sure there's a lot of that goes down with fan stories and whatnot. But there's always like, I guess another example I think of is like that guy who is like, oh, Sonic's arm should be a different color or something, or like, oh, I think Iron Man should have this color suit, or he should like, you know, ship with this character and that sort of like those sorts of things. And I kind of just try and like block out that stuff because it's not important to the story usually. And because I myself came from a place where I used to obsess over details like that, but it doesn't really matter. And I've been trying to like unlearn doing that. And instead of focusing on little details that sound kind of neat but are ultimately inconsequential, because that's what I used to obsess over when I was like 14. So I'm trying to like get away from the details and more towards the big picture, and think about what is actually a story made of. Because most people see stories as like Star Wars, most people say, oh, it's the lightsabers and the X-Wings. And it's like, well, not... Like, yes, but for the Star Wars plot, that's all, like, very superficial stuff. Like, you could replace an X-Wing with any kind of ship, and the Star Wars plot is still... Like, it still stands, right? And it's all this other stuff that's nice, but when you're trying to come up with a story... You have to ignore that stuff because it's not important to the story. It's good to add in later for flavor, you know, like having a cool weapon or things like that, like having lightsabers and having a mask that has a cool breathing sound. Like, it's all iconic, but it has nothing to do with like. I think I guess the new Star Wars movies are kind of example of how you can't just chuck in cool flavoring and have a good movie, right? Because most people are very critical of the newer Star Wars films, which all make, like, they have the best special effects of all of the previous films. They have the best lightsaber sounds. They have the best costumes. I mean, maybe not the best costumes, but they have good costumes. But it all doesn't mean anything if the story doesn't hold up, which is what everyone... Like, I think it's easy to ignore the story when it's a good one, because it just works and you don't think about it. But when it's bad, you really notice. So I've been trying to sort of think that way about stories instead. So I've been going back and watching films and completely ignoring all of those little superficial details and just trying to think about what's actually occurring. Like, I rewatched Tron the other day, and I ignored all the light cycles and the discs and the lights and the Daft Punk and everything. And I was like, okay, well, what actually does happen in the story if I replace them all with stick figures and blocks? And is this interesting? And that's sort of how I've been trying to think about it. But it made coming up with stuff very difficult. And I don't know, maybe I was trying too hard at the time. And this was like a few months ago. And I was like, I just couldn't come up with anything that I felt happy with. And then I stopped, and then, I don't know, like the other day I just kind of was like, oh, well, I don't know, something just popped in, and I decided to write it down. And I was kind of happier with it than anything else I had written, so I was like, okay, well maybe this will work, I don't know. But again, nothing final, it's just all speculation and iteration, really. But yeah. I asked the genre of music playing. If I'm correct, I've got my stream playlists on, because I don't hear that, I don't hear it, I just have it mixed in to my stream software that plays it, but I'm pretty sure it's just electronic music that's like, you know, licensed Creative Commons stuff. Pretty sure it's electronic, I'd say, for most of it. Or ambient electronic, you could say. Where am I? Sorry, I'm trying to find my crates folder. Where is it? Where did I put it? Shipping crate, there you go. I need my 6 meters back. Hydrogen says, the best way I like to come up with stories is by taking what I've seen and turn it on its head. Yeah, I mean, that can also work. That's usually what I like to try do, like... Yeah, a lot of the stuff I've built Project Feline around is just based off stuff I liked but wanted to have changed in some way. Like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, I guess gameplay-wise, it's like a mix of what I would want, like a mix of, I don't know, Sonic and parkour games or whatever to be. I don't know, I haven't thought about the gameplay in a little while now, but yeah, it's just sort of like, I like this game, but I want to change this, and I just kind of go with it. But yeah, but I'm sure I'm always convinced that there's a better way of doing stuff. So I always try to keep my mind open to like, all right, is this the best? Am I doing it the best way, or is there a better way? And I think earlier in the game's development, when I was doing the very first prototypes of this, I think it held me back a bit in terms of... Well, not held me back. It slowed me down a lot to think that way, but I learned very quickly a lot of useful things that I'm glad I know now. And I'm glad I have implemented, like how to build a proper like abstraction system or an abstraction approach with your classes. Because I had really messy code when I started this. And then I spent a solid like 3 months or so just recoding it and fixing it, because I knew that there's got to be a better way to code this, or there's got to be a better way to organize this, and surely enough there was, and I decided, well, I'm going to implement this now. And now it's to the point where I don't think I'll need to make any more changes like that through the rest of production, which is kind of nice, I guess. It's a sacrifice, like you pay in the short term for the long term. Like in the short term, it meant there wasn't a lot of interesting progress happening, and this was like in 2019, I think. During that year, because the first half of that year was UI programming and back-end stuff, and it was all very boring, but it's helped me to be more agile in my development now, so it kind of pays off, I guess. Milk Mike 42 asks, what's up? the sky. No, that's a terrible joke. I'm not going to say that. I'm not evil. But, yeah, I'm just doing some more level work. We're almost done. We just got this last little bit to do, and then we'll, yeah, I'll probably, like, call it. See, I don't know. I've just been, like, playing around with this little bit. I gotta replace these with something, though. I don't know what to replace these with. Maybe I'll just make them concrete textured. We'll do that. There we go. That works. And we'll move these, like, to the edge. Now, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work yet. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. And delete that. And delete that. And delete that. Yeah, we got a lot. Okay, we got a lot of crates to fill. So let's a go. So I should just be able to hopefully take these. It's too. It's not wide enough. God damn. Okay, how is this gonna work? I could move these over. That could work. There we go. A lot of crates. And, oh yeah, then there's these ones. Aha, come on. There we go. So now, oh, there's another wall here I haven't deleted. Let's get rid of you. Boom. Okay, well that lines up pretty nice. So, we still have a bit of problem on this side though, so maybe... yeah, let's maybe move this whole wall over. I don't know why I put it that far over now. Wait, yeah, like this. So let's move this in. Do I have suggestions for a wall running game? I mean, not really. It's your game. Just do what you want. It shouldn't be up to me to decide what your game should be. Okay, I do need to move these across. There we go. I think that's... yeah, it's just like this bit over here now, but I guess that's fine. It sticks out a little, but if I just put some railing over that, that should be good, and we can at least put like a nice view there for later. I guess having that wall not there does look kind of neat, actually. Maybe I do something in the middle here. I don't know, I'm getting some ideas. I just want to explore that. See how that might work. Because, I don't know, it looks like a cool little corridor. And then you, like, go up and then maybe go up here and then, like... yeah, I don't know. It's an idea. We'll see. Let's add some stuff in here now, shall we? So I'll get rid of all this stuff because this is, like, gonna go... So maybe you do, like, a cool little platforming challenge. Or something. So we'll get some of those planks. I don't know. I feel like just putting some of these around. I don't know. Let's see what I can make out of this. That's a bit too high up. Still a bit... yeah, I don't know. Maybe this isn't a good idea. But I feel like it looks cool. I just don't know how to make it feel cool. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I move this up here. Oh, damn it. That's still a bit too high. Or... yeah, no, maybe this should come lower. And then maybe we do like a thing where you go backwards up here or something. I don't know. I still want you to like kind of go around this area, but yeah, but no, having that you turn in, right? Like you go from, wait, let me like do it from here. I actually don't know if it's that obvious that you should be going that way. Because you turn, but then you can go that way, and it looks kind of sick. But then there's like that route as well. So I don't know, maybe they can be branching for some, but I don't know, like, is there a purpose to have it branching? Is that actually gonna like, is one of them actually gonna be a shortcut, or is it just gonna be like pointless? Because I like this area, because you get to slide under those things, and that's kind of neat. Because it kind of looks like an entrance to a cool little warehouse bit. I should probably, I don't know, should I add in a floor of some kind? I don't know. Maybe I like bring the floor lower. I like put it down here or something. I've implemented a dash. I'm pretty sure, yeah. There's an air dash. So if you jump in midair, you can dash forward. I implemented that, was it what? Like 4 months ago? I think so, yeah, about 4 months ago. But yeah, we got a dash. I have to do a bit of tweaking to it still. Have I ever made a game... Have I played Flash game run? No, I haven't. Haven't played Flash games in a long time. Kisan says, will everything have this comic? I think I talked about this already. No, not everything is going to have... I think I'll bring up the image again just to explain it. I went through this like an hour ago, I think. But anime is not entire. It only uses two-tone shading on dynamic objects, not on static objects. So like this backdrop, I know it's like out of focus, but that is not two-tone shading. Only the character, actually that's three-tone shading, my mistake. I know I kept saying two-tone shading. But you know, you got dark tones, mid-tones, and highlights. The background, however, is like, I don't know if that's like acrylic or oil paint, I don't know the difference, but it's definitely not cel-shaded. Cel-shaded, for those that don't know like the etymology of where that comes from, it's for like cell, like an animation cell. But the background for most animes isn't animated. It's just like a static picture. So it doesn't use cell shading because it's not drawn on a cell. It's usually drawn like on its own thing that the cells are then composited onto in post. So that being the case, no, I'm probably not going to do... Well, yeah, I don't see me doing that for the environment because that's just not how anime looks. I should probably add that to the FAQ page, I think. Actually, no, because... by the time I do that, I might as well just like keep working on it, and then people can see it for themselves. But yeah, because I do get asked that a lot. But no, it's for anyone who's watched anime, I think it's kind of obvious what the direction needs to go in, I'd say. So I don't know. I'll keep that tab open just in case. Let me go back to my chat window. There we go. So there's a program called Flashpoint that lets you play Flash games. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can't honestly remember the last Flash game I played, but it was probably on like... no, I think I do remember the website. I think it was like called... Oh, let me search it. I think it was dandare.org or something. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Oh, maybe it was this. Yeah, no, it was this website. I used to play like the Sonic Flash games on this when I was like 10. Good stuff. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if this is like the real thing. I think this is like an archive, but yeah, it had some good stuff. Oh, damn it. Where's my tabs? I've lost my chat. Oh, there we go. I'm back. So, let's continue. So yeah, I'm just like, I don't know, I'm putting a floor in here. I don't know like what this section will be, but I kind of liked the corridor look of it. It looks kind of nice. Looks kind of different from the rest of the level, so I want to like experiment with that and see what we can turn it into. Alright, let me get some scaffolding maybe. I'll get some of those models. And boom, there we go. So yeah, I'm thinking of just putting like a platform here maybe to land on and do something with, but I need to move that up a bit higher. I'll put some railing around it too. Yeah, because I don't know, what is this going to be? I should put in a roof. That'll probably give me at least it'll allow me to set some constraints on like what the size of this is going to be like. So you start from down here. I feel like I want it to lead. Well, let me think for a sec, because you have this shortcut too, which gets you a bit higher up. So it's got to get to some higher raised platform or something. And then you have this whole bit, and I don't really know what this is. I guess, yeah, it could come around like the way I did it there, where you kind of do like an S-shaped sort of curve, where you go like in, and then you go out, and then, oh, hold on, I gotta jump over that one. And then you go like in again, and then to this last run up here. So I don't know, maybe that could work. Perhaps. Because I don't know, the flow of the old one seemed a bit off, I think. Because you had to like go around and then in, and that just seemed a bit... I don't know, I personally didn't like playing through that bit. Maybe something like this might be a bit more fun, so... Yeah. See how... I don't know, yeah, we'll just keep playing around with this. So I gotta get you up there. I guess that's the real objective. So maybe... like get this whole platform and move it like up here maybe. Just an idea. But how do you get up there? Big question. Well, you have that. You have that platform. You can sort of get on there. But then how do you? Not sure what to add in. I don't know. You guys have any suggestions on what to do for this bit? I'm kind of like redesigning the level here at the very end, but I don't know. I feel like it might benefit from a little touch up. Because you could go up here and then what? I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't want to have to go back. I don't know. Maybe that might be the only option, but because I don't want it just to be more walls, I guess. I don't know if there's something maybe you jump up onto, or... Let me think. What to put. You could jump over that side, but that doesn't get you high enough. Unless I were to... like, take half of this whole thing... and like push it down, and we'll put like a staircase in between. You like get up here, and then you like can grind up a stair railing to go up to this bit. That could work. So yeah, we'll try that. I'll have to like move the checkpoint somewhere else, and I'll have to move these like out here, and I'll have to put in some stairs. So let's do that. Now I want to change the material of these. We'll make these yellow stairs. Why not? And So we'll fill in those gaps in between to make this wide. And then we'll add the railings to make those yellow as well. Oh wait, that's the wrong railing. I need this railing. There we go. Oh. I don't know why it rotates like that sometimes. Boom. And then where's the other side? This one. Nice. And then I just gotta copy that a few times. And see, I don't know what angle that'll get us to, so we'll have to like play around a bit with this. I don't know if that's gonna get us high enough. Or maybe it will. Yeah, maybe it will. Yeah, that does actually. We'll just have to move this over a bit. Yeah. I'll put in some more railings. Wait. There we go. And I'll rotate that. Except it's a little awkward because you have this massive space there. I don't know, we'll play around with it. So let's try. Yeah, maybe I'll add some gaps too. I think I did that earlier as well, so that might be a nice little thing to also have in. Oh, I forgot you could wall ride on the railings. But yeah, that looks kind of nice. I feel like I want to add some kind of thing you have to dodge here. That might be something cool. I'll have to add, though, some more crates to fill in the gaps down here so you don't, like, fall down. Can I put a crate there? Oh, yeah, I can. Why is this all... Hold on. This is all, like, offset by a certain amount. I don't know why that is. There we go, that's much better. Except, it's not. Where's that meant to... Yeah, that's meant to... Yeah, there we go. Much better. Because I was like, why is there a gap there? So let me... Yeah, okay, yeah. Add one of them turrets. Ooh, yeah. I haven't used one of those in a long time. I kind of usually... Yeah, I have to like... The turrets are a little whack. They're very hard to beat. But yeah, we'll try adding one in. Where have I put my enemies? God damn, I forgot where I... Yeah, okay, here we go. Fusion turret. Yeah, where will we... I don't know. We'll give him somewhere to go. We'll get like a platform going or something. Oh, that's clipping into... Yeah, okay. Not good. So, yeah, maybe I should bring this out a bit more. But by how much? I don't know yet. Let's like get that not clipping first. That's a lot of stuff to select. Yeah, I'll just leave it there for now. I can't be bothered. Let's just like get that kind of in a good spot. And I'll get a 6 meter... Did I... Wait, oh yeah, I put the turret in there already. Let me add another crate. We'll add a smaller one. We'll add like one of these 6 meter ones. I'd like one there, I guess. And we'll put him on top. Or put him inside. Little cozy cubby house or something. Let's see if he fits. He's a bit, he hovers like above the ground a bit, but whatever. Let's see how that goes. Alright. For some reason the sound is like completely broken. Like he's not making a shooting sound. So that's, I don't know why that's happening. That's not good. Alright, so we got something there, that's cool. I feel like, something else that's got to happen. I don't know, maybe give him a little fortress looking thing, perhaps. I guess that's what it's missing. So I don't know, we'll like give him a little throne. Oh, I'm dying instantly when I go there. I need some cover as well. So, get more of those planks perhaps. Or like add some cover so that you don't get instantly hit on the corner. Or maybe we'll make that white. Yeah, so I don't know, we'll distribute these somehow. Because I don't want to make it look like it's barred off, that you're not supposed to go there. But maybe we like tilt one of these. And we'll get a crate. So do like that. I might move this back a little bit, maybe. And we'll make, I don't know, put in more crates here, why not? They gotta stand up somehow, so I don't know, we'll like lead them on these. So maybe those should come a bit further forward now. Yeah, yeah, I don't know, it's an idea. It's kind of nice, very well composed. Crate gang, that's right, bringing them back. I want to add more of these as well in this sort of area. Like just as like a little fort, I guess, or something. So that way, if you do fall down here, you know, you have some kind of means of escape. I don't know, I was just thinking of, just feels like it needs some of these more crates. And then maybe we'll put like some out here. And I don't know where else I should put them. Maybe we'll add like some bigger ones. I usually don't scale assets like this often, but sometimes for dramatic effect. Don't usually like scaling things around. But we'll add like some fun little pieces on the board here. Just to like give you some cover. So I don't know, let's try that. It's kind of nice having all those crates. It's like a little foam pit, in a sense. Let's add more. Let's add all of them in. So this can be like a little, I don't know, a little warehouse sort of bit, like a mini warehouse. What about the turret loads before shooting? Yeah, I'll have to like recode the AI a bit. One thing I definitely want to do is have it go like return to a resting position when it stops spotting you, because that was there was like a glitch with that where it would make one of the levels almost impossible to beat, because you'd spawn in and the turret would already be facing you and you'd instantly get shot, and it was like super annoying. So yeah, I'm gonna have to refine it a bit, but because yeah, I just haven't had the time to yet. But I just, yeah, at the moment this is still like, if I like actually play through this properly, it's still like you can still get past it pretty easy. his tracking speed is quite slow, but it's just, yeah, I gotta have him like reset back to a start position when he loses sight of you. Oh, did I get shot? Or did I clip through the wall? I was looking at my chat window and then I noticed that I glitched over. I was like, wait, what happened? Maybe I probably did get shot. But yeah, this is like a nice little thing. I want to add more crates. Let's add more. I just want to like fill this with crates so it kind of looks dangerous. Like it kind of looks like a little foam, like a foam pit, but like the kind you don't want to be in, sort of thing. Like a bit of like a maze or something. Like, I don't know, yeah, something like this. I don't know how many to add. Put some up here. Guess we can like also conveniently use these as platforms if the player gets stuck. I don't know why this one got squashed. Oh damn it, instant death. So at least you can sort of like go from the ground and you can sort of like dodge. I've upped her movement speed a bit. I don't know if you guys could tell. She's like now, I think, like 7 kilometers per hour faster, which is quite a bit. So it makes dodging these a bit easier now. But yeah, it's going to be hard to destroy that turret. So I guess, yeah, this one you're not meant to destroy. You just have to like get past it. But yeah. Oh, damn it. I don't know, I feel like... I don't know if adding more of those crates made this look weirder. It's hard to tell. Like... I don't know, should there be more? Maybe I'll add a bit of variety. I'll like move this over here a bit and we'll add like the small shipping ones. And why... My folder's all vanished. What the hell? Why is it showing me this? Oh, because I typed in the search, that's why. It's like, where'd all my folders go? So we'll get the small 6-meter crate. I'll get like an open... Wait, where's my preset ones? Oh, there we go. So, yeah, we'll get some of these. I'll like put one here. Maybe not that one, maybe this one I'll put here. I don't know, let's see how that looks. That's kind of nice. So it's like this little bit where you can go zoom through here. And then you can like just go around and climb on top. That also works. So that's the pleb route if you're not a speedrunner. You go through the depths down here. I like this little area. So I can like make it over without getting hit, hopefully. There we go. Just gotta like make it a bit easier to climb up there, I guess. So I'll change the color and we'll make that like a turquoise one. Or we'll make it white. I don't know. And then maybe, I don't know, maybe put one of these here. Just for some variety. Oh, thanks, What a coincidence right has followed. Thanks so much, appreciate it. Hope that follow wasn't a coincidence too. Okay, I don't know, I just feel like putting one of these here, eh? Maybe a bit further up, and we'll stack these here, or I don't know. Let's have a play. Oh, instant death. Can't spawn there. I have to spawn back here. That looks kind of nice. So you can kind of like, yeah, go through here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's just that crate's clipping. It's not very nice. Yeah, put that there. It's just a bit hard to see this one. So I don't know, maybe this one we get to make him bigger. Yeah. We got Dad Crate and his 2 little kids. Make it a little bigger. There we go. Yeah, that's nice. And then maybe I feel like I should copy one of these. And I need my materials folder. God damn, why is it showing me everything? Oh, I typed in search again by accident. I just want my folders where I know where everything is most of the time. And by most of the time I mean none of the time. Because I'm always digging through these. Oh, no, I don't want to click that. I want to... Where is it? God damn. Oh, it's here. There we go. I'm going to make these yellow. So I don't know, I feel like putting one of these here, maybe. Like, yeah. Like there, and then like there. I don't know, it's an idea. So that when you do get up here, you can kind of... That's a bit small, isn't it? Maybe I like put this up here and make these times 0.5. Oh, Theobot's got 300 crates to go before the Gabby trivia. Oh, is Meals on We leaving? Oh, see you, man. Have a good day. Glad to see you on the stream, my dude. Alright. Yeah, I have to figure out these... I don't know if this is like... If I should use those platforms here or not. I mean, I don't know. They kind of fit. I just want to use more of these wood platforms to kind of give some variety. You know, I have an idea. I'll rotate them this way. And put this up here, and we'll get another one of these. Put this here. It's just these aren't centered, which is a little annoying. Because the crate is... The big crate is like 3 meters wide, and these crates are only 1 meter. So I don't know if I can get those centered very well. And then this is, I don't know how big this is. I guess that works. So maybe I'll move that a bit. Move that up a bit. See how that goes. So you can sort of like... Oh, you can make it up. Okay, cool. Nice. Then you go up through here. Yeah, that's a bit more, that's like something a little fun to have at the end of the level. Little challenge. I have to like replace where those checkpoints are though, because I can't have that one out in the open. Now, there's a shortcut up here though. I don't know where this is actually going to lead now, because it's kind of pointless. Like this whole platform. I don't know if that can maybe that goes here. I don't know. Could be something. Yeah, it could like completely skip this area. Yeah, yeah. Why not? I don't know. Because this is a cool area. I kind of don't want like a way around this, but it is... I guess having a shortcut wouldn't be the worst thing. Because there's already like multiple ways to go through here as well. So yeah, I don't really know how many shortcuts to have. It's like always a balance I'm constantly trying to battle and contend with. I think maybe this should be a turquoise crate. How hard is it to program physics? Depends on what you mean by program physics. From scratch, very difficult. I've done bits and pieces, If you don't understand physics like me, then it's not fun. I guess I'm trying to think of an example. I had an older prototype from like 3 years ago that was very similar to this actually, but I was making it in Unity, and instead of wall riding, I had a homing attack. And coding the character physics on that was an absolute nightmare, because Unity doesn't really give you that much to work with physics-wise. Like, you have to code your own character movement and everything. You don't get any templates that really are good enough to start with. Like, you can't have a character on a moving platform with Unity's default scripts, and that was like a big problem for making a 3D platformer. So I tried coding my own way for inertia to be present in the character movement and for gravity, and I had to custom code everything. So gravity wasn't using rigid body physics, it was like using custom physics with like character controller physics. And yeah, no, it's so bad. Like, I had this really, I don't know if I still have the GIF. I think I took a GIF of the problem I had where I had the character on like a platform, they'd walk off it. And the idea is there's a larger gravity force when they're on the ground so that they can go down slopes without bouncing off them. Because, I don't know if you guys notice, I'll see if I can like get an example. But you see that slope up here, right? Or these stairs. I'll get to the stairs, that's probably a better example. But you notice that like Gabby, she can like just go down them and she doesn't like bounce off. Like, I don't know if you guys have played Oblivion before. Like Elder Scrolls Oblivion. But in that game, the physics is like really weak, or like the gravity. So if you like go down any slope, your force forward is greater than your gravity force. So you detach from the ground and then just bounce downwards. And I had that problem happening with my Unity prototype. So I had to code in a separate force, like an even greater force, so that when you were touching the ground, it would push you down more, so that you would actually go down slopes. The problem, though, is that it wouldn't always know when to switch between different gravities, because it had the ground force and then the air gravity. And sometimes it wouldn't switch, because if you were to like jump off fall off an edge like that, there was a flag that was meant to get set saying, all right, you've left the ground, engage the different force, and it would half of the time work. Because I used to have it coded where it's like if you hit jump, like with the input, it'll change it. But then there's also like, what if you just fall off an edge suddenly, and it had to do a check. But yeah, for some reason I couldn't figure it out why, but it would only work like 60% of the time, where you would like walk off the ledge of something and then it would like smack you down to the ground really quick, or it would engage the lighter gravity and do that instead. So it was really unreliable. So it's difficult, and I didn't even like get that well. I didn't really get much progress with the moving platforms either, because like Gabby can walk on moving objects. Like if I don't know, if I don't have any moving objects here now, but like if I had an animated platform, she would actually move on that. Whereas if you're coding it from scratch, you basically have to code in inertia, and that can be very difficult. And I had a problem where I had inertia coded in for the most part, but it would refresh at a different rate to the camera. So what would happen was, because the character's calculations in Unity, I don't know if this is still the case, but 3 years ago when I was using it, it would do physics calculations at a different step rate to the game's frame rate. Like it was different. It was slightly asynchronous. You couldn't really notice it most of the time, but except in certain cases. Like if you slowed down time, you could notice it. So if I set my time scale to something lower, you would see the character jittering around. And it also did it with the moving platform script I tried doing, where the character would be on the moving platform, but the position would update less frequently than the camera. So you'd get on the moving platform and then you'd jitter across it like that while you were moving. And the character actually wasn't jittering, like it was just moving the same way, but because the camera was following faster than the character's movement was being updated, it looked very glitchy. That bug is actually currently in the Halo PC port. You can actually find that bug if you're using a high refresh rate monitor. It's the same problem. I don't know if you guys have tried playing like Halo Reach, on PC on a 144Hz screen. Because if you do try doing that, you'll notice that the mouse movement's very smooth, but if you try and move your character and move the mouse, it'll jitter around, because the character's movement is refreshing less frequently than the game's frame rate. So, on the other hand though, with Unreal, I've never had that problem. So, and that's because I didn't code the physics, it just came with it. So yeah, to answer to provide my 2 cents on that, I'd say coding physics, avoid it at all costs if you can. It's very difficult. Unless you have like a wealth of knowledge of how engine physics works, which I certainly don't. But yeah. Theo's never played Halo. Oh my god, someone get this man a game. Get this man an Xbox or Steam, I don't know, whatever. I haven't quite yeah, like the PC port I like because I can play it now and people are online. But yeah, it's a little, like, I don't have a 144Hz screen, so it doesn't affect me too much. If you limit the frame rate though, it's fine. But I guess that's kind of like, you don't want to do that if you've spent money on a high refresh rate screen. But no, Theo, mate, you gotta, what are you doing? You gotta play Halo, dude. Get some Halo. Maybe I do like a Halo stream next, and to get everyone who hasn't played it into it. I recently, because I've played, the first one I played was 4, and I finished that one when I was like in high school. And then I played a bit of 3, and I recently finished 1, and I finished Reach like a while ago. But I started playing Halo 2 the other day, and holy crap, that's... Whew. Halo 2, I'm liking it so far. It's so freaking good. The Jackal snipers are a bit cheap, but holy crap, it's amazing. I'm up to I think I'm up to like mission 4 or mission 5. Where you're on the... I don't want to spoil it. I won't say. But it's like the 4th or 5th mission. And holy crap, it's freaking amazing. Good vibes from that one. I never played Halo 2. I was like saving that one up because I wanted to play them in order. So I finished Halo 1 last week, and then like I went to 2, and I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out. It's just incredible. But yeah, campaigns are freaking amazing. The multiplayer is also pretty nice. Like I play it casually. You know, Halo night, except by myself. But there's matchmaking now, so it's cool. But yeah, no, Halo multiplayer is amazing. I love it. But yeah, the campaigns too. Like it's all good. Every Halo game and every part of it is amazing, except like maybe Halo 5, which I haven't played, so don't listen to me. I played a bit of the Halo 5 multiplayer. It's a bit too esportsy, I think, for me. But it's, you know, it's polished. Yeah, so give me a sec. Sorry, I'm just getting a bit distracted. I'm getting a little tired. I might have to refill. I'm like out of hydration, so I might have to get a refill. But I'm probably going to be only on for not that much longer, so I'll hang in there. I'm probably going to like do another like 10 minutes or so, because it's almost 3:30. At least where I am. I don't know what time it is where you guys are. Oh, why did I'm not trying to select the skybox. There we go. $200 crates before the Gary trash. Crap. I gotta show off the stream soon, guys, or else he's gonna unlock the trivia. No. Gotta keep a vault on that. Oh, you've been playing OG Reach on Xbox. Nice. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that there's actually like people still playing on the OG consoles. I don't know about original Xbox, but for Reach and 3 and 4, I've still managed to get some games on the OG Xbox. So, yeah. I don't know what the Battle Pass thing is, though. Like, I mean, I guess I sort of see the point, because I guess Reach had the exact same thing, except it wasn't called a battle pass. It was just... Actually, no, it was a bit different, wasn't it? It was like, you could just get points and spend them however you wanted. And, like, all the really, like, high-tier stuff was, like, expensive. But now they've had it so that you can unlock your things in any order you want. So I guess it's, like, the same. They just called it a battle pass. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like they're really taking that seriously, because, like... I think for the entire first year, it was just season 1, and I'm like, is there going to be a season 2? Like, what does this mean? But yeah, no. They've added, like, skins to the original, though. I'm not sure if that's, like... I don't think that was in the original, was it? I don't know. But it's like, I don't know. The kids will like it. Chuck it in. It'll get the kids playing. I'd rather them playing Halo than, like, you know... I don't know, what's a trendy game that's, like, annoying everybody currently? Is Fortnite still the king of the throne there? I don't know. Haven't played it in a while. But at least they'd be playing something good like Halo, right? I'd rather my youth play Halo than, like, some, I don't know, than, like, freaking Crashy Birds. What? What? That's not a game. I don't know, something, like, boring. Like Roblox or whatever. Level up. Oh yeah, Halo 4 had a level up system. I don't know what Halo 5 system was. I think I like saw kind of it, but I didn't understand how it worked at all, so I just ignored it really. The UI was a bit hard to make sense of in that game. So yeah, I didn't really catch on to most of that stuff. I was like, oh, what's this? Okay, cool, whatever. I didn't play that many, like, matches. I didn't do the campaign at all for Halo 5, but I just played a few matches of custom games. Because you can get it on PC, like, for free, but it's only, like, the custom games browser. And it's an interesting PC port. It's only on, like, the Microsoft Store, which is, like, yeah, not everyone's cup of tea. And you can't change the FOV, which is a bit irritating. Oh, it uses loot box. Oh no, not loot boxes. No, not you too. Thanks. I am a bus has followed. Interesting. I didn't know buses could hit that follow button, but you have proved me wrong. Well done. My shoulders are actually getting kind of sore. I don't know why. Like, this muscle here, like, I don't know what I was doing to make this... Oh, I know what. I was playing freaking Wii Fit the other day. That's why my arms are sore. I was playing Wii Sports Resort yesterday. And I was doing the rowing game, and you have to, like, tilt the remote like a row paddle. And it's actually quite strenuous, and now my shoulders are all sore. Because it was, like, it's been, like, sore, like, this whole morning. And I'm like, why the hell is my, like... I don't work out. Why is this sore? So, now I know. But that's another underrated game, Wii Sports Resort. If you've, like... I'll tell you right now, guys. Here's a hidden secret of the game's console business. Invest in Wii right now. Do it. Hoard a bunch of Wiis and prepare for the apocalypse. We're all in pandemic anyway. Might as well have some entertainment, and for the whole family. Because those consoles, there's this weird, like, boom that I'm starting to see happen, I guess. I rebought a Wii last year, and I've been very happy with it. But basically what's happened is, because Wii was like that console, it, like, outsold all the other, like, I don't know how, it sold, like, millions and millions of units. How many units did Wii sell? It sold 101 million units, right? So there's a lot of Wiis out there. And most of them were bought by families that used it once and then have it in their closet and don't use it again. And there's a bunch of people now in the pandemic that are going through their old junk, probably, because they got nothing better to do. Like, I've been cleaning stuff up myself. I hope everyone else is. But a lot of people I've seen, you know, they've been cleaning up their closet, so they find their old Wii in there. They decide to sell it on eBay or something. And they don't know how much, like, oh, it's a Wii. I bought this thing years ago. I'll just sell it for, like, $50 or something. And they do, and there's heaps of them. And because they've all just been in storage for the past decade, they're, like, in good condition as well. So there's a good market for Wiis out there right now. They're all cheap. Like, I got... Oh, what did I get? I went out once. It was, like, about a year ago now. I got a pre-owned console that was pretty good condition with controllers, Mario Kart Wii, Wii Sports, all for under $50. And then I went out the next day to get more equipment for it, and I found a Wii Sports or a Wii Fit balance board, Wii Fit, a bunch of other games like Smash Bros and whatnot, and but I think I got like 8 games, and a Wii Sports balance board, and a Wii Motion Plus thingy, and an extra controller, and that was all of that was also under $50. So in total, my setup currently for the Wii console, 3 controllers that I've come across with like different, because there's the Wii Motion Plus one, so I've got a few of those. I've got about, I think I've got 9 or 10 games for it now, and all of it was under $100. It's like super cheap. So, you know that meme where it's like smashes the invest button? Do that. Get yourself some Wiis, guys. They're epic consoles, fun for the whole family. Wait, Modern Warfare was on the Wii? I had no idea. That's interesting. Actually, yeah, because like not specifically related, but gyro aiming is pretty cool. I didn't really get the whole thing with it until recently, because I know the Switch has it. But I was what was I doing? I was I'm a Steam controller owner, very proud Steam controller owner, and I think they stopped making them now, so I like stocked up on a few of those before they went out. But those are really interesting controllers. They're a bit hard to master. They're hard to pick up and hard to master, but if you can like set it up in the specific with the right settings, it's actually really amazing. Really good controller, because what I managed to do with my Steam controller, if you don't know what those are, I'll get a picture. So the Steam controller was this thing, and it has like a touchpad instead of a right joystick. And if you configure it right, you can use it as like for first-person games. You can like flick it around and stuff. And it has back paddles on it as well, which are kind of nice. But it has a bunch of other hidden stuff that like no one ever talks about. And it has a gyro. And what I did recently was configure my Steam controller with all my games to have gyro aim like the Switch. And it's actually way more accurate than a dual analog. Like, I can aim with this pretty okay, but having gyro aim is so much more accurate. And it feels pretty natural too, because you just, because you kind of do move the controller around when you're playing games anyway, right? Like, like when you're like really in the middle of something and you kind of want to dodge out of the way, I always like kind of flick my controller to like make me do it faster. But now you can actually map it to stuff. There's a guy who did a video on this. I don't know where to find it, but it's pretty interesting. If you search like Steam gyro, Steam controller gyro, it's pretty cool. And I have it set up with one of these Steam links, which they've also discontinued. But no, if you can find some of these too, these are actually relatively, I don't know how much they go for now, but I've been pretty happy with this. It basically lets me have a couch set up, like a console experience, but with my PC streaming to it, with all my Steam library games and everything. But yeah, no, these are pretty sick. Because I know we like introduced the whole motion control thing, but I'd say a good modern contender is like the Steam controller for motion controls. So yeah, I'd say check that out. It's pretty neat. But yeah, I'd say like the 360 controller is definitely like a favorite. I think it's pretty okay. I don't think the build quality was amazing, because like in the 360, like the controllers, they have those little nubs on the sticks. Those always wear off super like quickly for the ones I've owned, and it's a bit annoying. The Xbox One controller is pretty nice though, but it doesn't have well, that's the thing, is that most standard controllers don't really make use of all of their features. Like PS4 controller also has a gyro in it, and it has a touchpad, but like barely any games use it, which is a bit of a shame, because it's actually way, like after using it for a bit, I honestly way prefer gyro aim for FPS games to dual analog. Because most games also have aim assist, so I think like it's even better without the aim assist, where you have gyro aim. But if you want it there anyway, you still have it, and you play like your game, and you got aim assist, which is already meant to make it easier, and a very accurate like gyro aim, because you just like move your hands around, and it feels very natural. So I'd recommend it. And thanks, Kupio Cake, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thanks for the follow. All right, I'll finish up soon because I have to like go. But I remembered I had to like finish up this little area. So yeah, I was thinking I'll get some more of these platforms. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there about the Wii and motion controls. But yeah, get yourself a Wii, guys. Go after stream over, go eBay, go Wii, go purchase and have fun. Epic stuff. I wish they still made Wiis. I would so want to like be like, hey guys, this episode was brought to you by the Wii. It's a great console. I think people, I don't know, people don't appreciate... I didn't appreciate it as a kid, but Wii Sports is actually the best game ever made. In my humble opinion. It's freaking incredible for the time, as well as for the fun factor and polish. I mean, it's Nintendo, you know. Is there ever a bad Nintendo game? Wait, you can buy USB adapters for N64 controllers? That's interesting. I didn't know that. No, I have not hacked my Wii. I don't want to because like I kind of just want it as it was intended. Like I don't see what I'd really like. I guess I know like hacking can get you the Wii network back and stuff like that, but I'm not really too keen on it. I just kind of want to play Wii Sports the way it was intended to be played. And that's it, really. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like in future I might look into like homebrew stuff for it. But I'm not that good at hacking. I'm not into the whole console hack stuff. Like I've never done it before. So no, I enjoy it for what it does. It might not have any internet capabilities anymore, but I don't care. I never did it anyway when I was like 10 years old and had my original one. I like never connected it up. I just like played... You know, I played my Sonic Colors on it, and like that was it, really. And my Wii Sports, and that was it. You know. Yeah, but Sito, mate, you wouldn't download a car. Downloading games for free is stealing. Do I have to play that advert for you? Maybe, can I play that advert without getting a copy? I don't know. You wouldn't download a car. That's not what it's called, is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Classic. I freaking love this. Was this only in Australia, or is this like an international thing? I don't know, do you guys recognize it? Because I have it on all my DVDs, this damn advertisement, and I can't remember if it's just in Australia or it was like everywhere. It's like this super extreme piracy ad, and it has like this music that's like super I don't know, what is it? It's like very intense music. Wait, Shivo says, funny thing, that advertisement music didn't have the rights. Wait, really? Oh, that's hilarious. I actually want to know who made this. Oh, the description. Wait. There's actually like a Wikipedia article. You would steal a car is the first sentence of a public service announcement, part of the 2000s anti-copyright infringement campaign. Okay, so this is actually like a thing. Okay, I thought it was just like a niche Australian thing that was only in our country. That's hilarious. All right. But who made it? I want to know who actually who worked on it. I want to see, I want to actually verify that fact of whether the music was pirated in that ad or not. Sito's never seen this? Dude, you're missing out. You're missing out on anti-piracy. Well, of course you haven't seen it. That's why you're downloading illegal games. Maybe you've seen the other one. Hold on, there's another... I'll put this over here. Hold on. Never illegally download. You've seen this one before, right? Where it's got the, I mean, need I say more? That, surely you've seen that one. That's like the second, that's like the runner-up, I'd say. I'd say this one takes the... So, was it done by Paramount? I think it was. Created by the Federation Against Copyright Theft and the Motion Picture Association of America. Okay, I've seen this logo before. in cooperation with the Intellectual Property Office of Singapore. And 2004. Wow, that was a long time ago. Yeah, no wonder some of you guys might not have seen this. Yeah, this was like quite old now. From 2004 to 2007, as either an unskippable or skippable clip before the film is shown. Being produced by the MPAA. Okay, what's that? I don't know why, but I'm just so freaking curious. Okay, so the Motion Picture Association. I want to know everything there is about that ad now. I'm so curious. Well, this isn't going to have anything on it. Piracy, it's a crime. Music. I don't know. I'll have to research that later, maybe. I can't find that many... Like, the Wikipedia doesn't have that much about it. I was hoping there'd be a whole thing about the production and filming of it, or something, because that'd be interesting. But anyway, enough of that. You guys all know what's good. You know not to download cars. You all know. I don't have to tell you guys. Anyway, yeah, I just gotta finish up this last bit. Should probably pack up soon. So we'll get some railings. Don't copy that. Oh yes, don't copy that floppy. Oh, that was amazing. I was watching this movie the other day. I found this at like my local Vinnie's. I doubt most of you have seen this. It's like from the 90s. It's this movie called The Net, starring Sandra Bullock. And like, I found this and I was like, oh my god, what is this? And it's basically this film about Sandra Bullock, the hacker, and she gets her identity stolen. And this was like back in the 90s when the internet was all new and stuff. And the amount of like... Oh, it's so funny. It's like the funniest film I've seen recently. Basically, like, if you know anything about computers, you're gonna have a real fun time with this one. She, like... There's, like, a scene where she, like, hacks a building's security, and it has, like, a 3D model of the building. And it's, like, I'm pretty sure that's not, like, how it works. But it's so funny. And there's this bit where she, like, orders pizza online, and apparently that was, like, a huge thing back then, because you couldn't... Uber didn't exist in 95. And, like, yeah, she's, like, this seclusive hacker, despite the fact she's very conventionally attractive. You know, and all she eats is pizza. Like, this is basically me, except this is Sandra Bullock instead. And she uses, like, these fat CRTs. And she has 2 computers, not 2 monitors, but 2 computers, that's right. And she goes on, like, this adventure heist to get her identity back. And there's, like, a love interest who's also trying to kill her, and yeah, it's like... It's like... Oh, it's very 90s, and it's just hilarious. And she plays Wolfenstein. I don't know if I can... There's a Wolfenstein reference in it. Yeah, so the opening scene of the movie, she's, like, playing Wolfenstein 3D. So, Sandra Bullock is a gamer confirmed, guys. But no, if you guys ever stumble across this, you should watch it. It's so funny. Like, just the terminology and stuff. Like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll just hack this. And then it's like this bullshit, like, graphic that comes up. Like, do you guys know, like, the fractal filter in Photoshop? I'll see if I can get a... I don't know if you guys have seen the fractal filter before. I don't know if it's going to show up. It's like a mosaic sort of thing. I don't know if it's going to come up anywhere. Like this, basically. So when a computer gets hacked in that movie, the screen, like, becomes all fractally. Which I don't think you can render that on a computer back in those days. So it was quite... Yeah, like it does this, where it all fractalizes. And then, yeah, like it uses this exact filter, like this. And it starts to, like, fractal and corrupt. And everyone's, like, looking at the screens like, oh no, they're hacking our mainframe. And it's just, like, this fractal filter that's going over it. And it makes no sense. It's so funny. So yeah, I had a romp with it. Give it a 10 out of 10 from me. The Net, 1995. Starring Sandra Bullock and Wolfenstein 3D and pizza.net. Is that a real website? Pizza.net. Is that actually like a real... Oh, it's not a real website. Big sad. But did she order it with Bitcoin? I actually don't know. I think I can't remember how she paid for the meal. I think she like faxed cash to them. I don't know, something. I don't know. They used a fax machine in there somewhere, but I can't remember when that was. But yeah, I bring that movie up because they have this floppy disk that's got like a hacker program on it, and they have this bit where they drop it in water, and then like it's like fully corroded and warped, and it's like I don't know. And then like no one thought to make a backup of it, and I was like, oh no. And I remember saying when I was watching it, I was like, oh no, they didn't copy that floppy. And yeah, that's why I thought of that film. Whoever said copy the floppy. Yeah, that's also another good video. Copy that floppy. Don't copy that floppy. With the creation of 3D printing, we'll soon be able to download... Yeah, maybe. It's kind of... I think you can actually download the Ebola virus genome. So that's... yeah. So that's something. I remember seeing that. Okay, my sources are Vsauce, so trust me, guys. It's legit. Vsauce said it. You can download the Ebola virus genome, but you can't... You need, like, something that can actually print it, though, which is probably going to exist soon. So, yeah. What a time to be alive. Oh, wait a second. Okay, yeah, I gotta make another one of these. So I'll just make this last little platform and then, yeah, that'll be it. That'll be it from me. Except this crate comes up very high, doesn't it? How am I gonna... Oh, I have it. Okay, I have an idea on how this might work. I need more stairs. Not those ones. I need this one. Oh, Theo, you're heading off. Thanks for sticking around, my dude. Play some Halo. I think you were the one that said you didn't play Halo. But if you haven't, play some Halo. It's freaking great. Yeah, save up those crates. I'll be ready next stream with some fat trivia for you guys. Fact stats of trivia everywhere. Plague.inc becomes real. Yeah, well, that's like, could happen. Not saying it will because I'm not an expert, right? But it could someday. So I think, yeah, what I'll do is I'll put it. I'm thinking, I don't know where this shortcut's gonna go, and maybe I'll just like link it up to this next platform with stairs or something. So I don't know, it could be an idea. So you kind of just like go up, and then you go up another staircase, they go up here sort of thing. And then if you don't take that shortcut, you go through this little area. Yeah, I liked how this turned out. It's actually kind of nice. Alright, let's just finish up this. I've been saying I'm going to finish up for the past hour now, so yeah, gotta get to it. Hopefully this Friday, we'll hopefully get a video. Because this is like almost finished, so yeah. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, I guess. I keep, like I said, I've like lost track of what's new. But yeah, I gotta go through the concept stage of these assets, the modeling of the assets, and putting them together. So hopefully there'll be enough content for a nice devlog for you guys. I've been out of the swing of it a bit. Because I think I usually go about a month between each one, but this month's felt particularly long, like way longer than my other ones, and I think it's just because of all the streaming. So yeah, it feels like a lot more has been happening. I don't know if it feels different for you guys. Maybe it just feels like the same amount of duration or whatever, but for me it feels like a lot. Like it feels like it's been like 6 months or something like that. Okay, I don't know if that staircase is actually gonna... Is that actually gonna work? What's my favorite movie? Oh, that's a tough question. I don't know what my favorite movie is. I have movies I like, and I kind of like, if depending on what mood I'm in, I'll like want to watch a certain film. I don't know if I have an all-time favorite though. I can give a few of my favorites. Really like The Matrix. I always love rewatching that. It never gets old. Toy Story is also a classic. I love that movie. Like I say, that was like my childhood favorite movie for sure. I don't know, what are other films? I guess any Makoto Shinkai movie is always... I would never turn down watching that. They always look stunning. What else? I rewatched Princess Bride last weekend, and that's a pretty good classic. I don't know if it'd be my favorite though, but it's definitely funny. And I remember watching it as a kid, and I hadn't rewatched it until like the other week, and I was like, oh wow, there's like so many memes in it that are attributed to that film that I like didn't notice before. But yeah, I don't know. I have to think of more films to watch. I don't watch films that often, so. All right, it's got to put in some railing, and then I think. Which railing model? There we go. I think this one. I'll get that yellow material on there. So I don't know what kind of... We'll put something up here maybe. Some kind of platform, but I'll get to that later. Maybe I need to add a few more of these. I should add the other railing first probably. Because I have the right railing too. Like that. And we'll make that yellow as well. I don't know, I don't know if these will be the final colors, but it's just something to put in there for now, I guess. So let's get some, let's copy those stairs. All right. I don't know how many of those will lead, maybe a few more. Because yeah, that crate does come up pretty high. Alright, and then I can probably just copy these and rotate them this way. And move them near that other set of stairs. Was that clipping? Oh, that's clipping. There we go, okay. I like change my snap to be a bit higher. I don't need it to snap that precisely. There we go. And then one more. And then some here as well. Just two. All right. Well, let's. I don't know. Let's give that a try. See how that plays. So if we start from up here, we can. I guess we can kind of jump up there. That's kind of nice. And if we go from lower. We can jump here, and thanks Beluga for the follow, appreciate it. So if you can like go through there and then just go up here, and I'll make these grindable later as well, so you can just like slide around. And yeah, I guess that might make a cool little exit to that level. And then you get up here, of course, to then do this bit. This bit will be quite easy, so I'll do that last. And then you just zoom to the end. And there you go. And oh, check that out. I freaking S-ranked that. 2 milliseconds. Epic. But yeah, so we're almost finished. I'll probably like finish this off stream and then start doing the video this week. So yeah, hopefully that'll all go very timely. I'll show you guys so far what we've done for those who've missed the other streams. So I filled in like the whole level up to this point, really. I'm gonna have to like redo bits and pieces of this, I think, with the colors, but it's a start. And yeah. And I think I was gonna put something here, but I can't remember what, but I'm just gonna jump over that for now. And then yeah, we can jump up here. we can go up here. This bit's all been redone. Can grind up through here. And then... Now the platforming here is a... Oh, damn it, I fell off. Platforming here is a little different because I've made Gabby's base movement a bit faster. I don't know if it's like... Yeah. Because there's a difference between being fast and feeling faster. And I've just made it faster, but I'm wondering if I could keep it the old speed, but just make it feel faster. Because the 25 kilometers an hour is actually a good speed, because that's like what literally every other game uses for like parkour games. And now mine is like a lot higher than that now. It's like at 30 kilometers an hour instead of 25. So I kind of want to keep it 25, but see if that 25 can feel a bit better. But that'll come later. Alright, and this is the bit we did today. So we have the cranes. And I've had to like redo this, so you go up like that. That's pretty nice. And then, oh no, I didn't make the jump. I gotta like jump off there. I can glitch my way up there, no worries. And then you can wall right over to this side, and then you go in here instead. I like this area a lot. I like how that just kind of came to be. And then you've got this bit. Maybe I don't need to put a checkpoint there. And then you come up here, and then, yeah. And it's been... Okay, it's 2 minutes. Can I do it in under 2 minutes? 10. 2 minutes, 7 seconds. There we go. So, yeah, I guess that might do it for now, unless there's any like last minute questions about anything that I missed or you guys have, because I gotta eat. But I'll make sure to... Did anyone redeem a Control S, by the way? Because I'm very sorry if I didn't if I didn't catch those, because I haven't saved this entire time, so I better do that. There we go. Was there any questions I missed? I'm just scrolling up to all the stuff about the Wii. Someone did. Alright, I'll have to like look for it. Someone could like repost it somewhere. Talking about piracy ads. I don't know why we started talking about that. My chat stopped scrolling. I can't see... I can only go up so far, but I don't see any other questions. Besides, have I hacked my Wii? How will you help guide players better through levels? I mean, I don't know. Depends on how, like, I don't know. I think I do a good job of it already. Like, no one's gotten lost playing through this. And I haven't had anyone complain about, oh, like, I don't know where to go or whatever. So, it's not really something I have to worry about, I guess. Because I've tried to design them intuitively, using composition and color and whatnot, but even like in the grey box, like with it where it was all grid, no one ever seemed to complain about getting lost, so I don't think that's a concern. How will you help? Oh no, I've read that one already. When is the new YouTube video coming out? Well, I haven't started script. Well, I haven't started production on it yet. Usually I start with scripting, but I think I'm going to change my workflow. And instead of scripting it, I'll go back to what I used to do, like in 2018, where I would just do dot points and then just talk. Because now I've been doing more live streams, I think I could do that a bit better. Because scripting takes like 2 days sometimes, and it's just exhausting. So I haven't started production yet. I've got like footage, but I haven't started production. But I plan to start it this week. Because I reckon that little last bit, I mean, depends on how far I want to take it with meshing. Because like I said, there's a bunch of other in-between stuff I want to put in, but I don't know if I should like do that now or do that later. I guess we'll do it later. So then I don't know, yeah, sure, why not? We'll do it later. So then that, yeah, probably by this week. I know I said that last week, but now it's actually like, I only have like that last little bit to do up there, so... Yeah, it should actually be this week, this time. Is Infinite Wall Run thing to climb up a mechanic I'm planning to keep or nerf? I don't know yet. I have some other ideas for other mechanics that I can't share right now on that, but we'll see. Depends on what works. But yeah, it's sort of... I have some ideas in the works, but I'm not going to come to the mechanics until October, probably. Like, I've got mechanics here now that work, and that's good. But I want to, like, spend a decent amount of time just focusing on polishing them up later this year. So I have that planned for October when I do that. And then there's going to be a lot of like reworking to do, so it's going to probably take a while, but it should hopefully feel better. But yeah, I don't know. I have an idea on how hard it might be, but that's the thing, is that it never goes according to plan. It's always like, oh, this is probably going to be hard, and then it's like, yes, but not for the reason you think. And I wish I could like accurately know exactly what's going to go wrong, but we'll see. But yeah, so I guess that'll be about it for me for now. Thanks so much for sticking around, guys. Thanks for watching me do some work. Hopefully you guys got some work done for your own stuff, because I know you guys like to do that. Go buy a Wii. Wii's are pretty cool. I'm not sponsored by them, but like, come on, they're a good console. Go get yourself one. Check eBay. They're a good stock price right now, if that's like a word. Subscribe when the video comes out so you get notified. Hit the bell. What else do I have to say? Follow the Twitch channel to get notified. Join the Discord to get double notified, so you're absolutely like, you know when I go live. What else? Thanks to the new subs. Appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I have to like, I'm gonna like try and set up like a Discord thing for my subs, because I appreciate you guys a lot, and I wanna like have some little rewards for you guys perhaps. What else? I think that's my outro. I don't have like a Twitch outro really. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, my dudes. Appreciate you coming along. How many people are here actually? I haven't checked. 30 people, nice. Thanks for sticking around. I don't know, I think that'll be my last stream for this part. Because yeah, the rest of it's just going to be finishing that and then doing the video. So you probably won't see me till after the video, I guess. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. I will see you soon, hopefully, in the next video or something like that. Bye-bye.